Peace and love.
Peace and love. Peace and
We
love.
can steal from H3. We can do that.
That's stealing from Ringo Starr. H3 didn't make that up.
Everything's stolen. It doesn't matter. All right.
gives a
I
shit?
made this and God's dead. Who cares? How do we start a fucking podcast?
Fucking Nietzsche. All right.
Did Nietzsche say, I made this and God is dead?
Yeah, he did.
That's his first line, the first line in this book, right? Of 5 ways to be an epic Twitch streamer, right? That's what he wrote, right?
5 Ways to Be an Epic Twitch Streamer by Friedrich Nietzsche.
I'm gonna let you start it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Hey.
Welcome to
Our podcast.
a podcast.
A podcast,
We'll
but it's
save this.
ours. It's called The Podcast Will Save This. Josh normally starts these. My name is Sarah, she, her. Fuck you.
You didn't even say the full name of the podcast. You said a podcast will save this.
Okay, we're starting over.
This isn't the
Starting
plug
over.
for our. This isn't the plug for our Facebook or Instagram page.
Starting
This is the
fuck over.
fucking. Hi, everyone.
Hey.
Welcome to
A podcast will save this relationship.
I'm Josh, he, him.
I'm Sarah, she, her, but I did say it
You
earlier.
You did say it earlier. I'm not going to cut that part out. That's fine. How are you doing, Sarah?
I'm doing good, Harry.
I'm doing good. How tired are you? Because I'm very tired.
I'm pretty all right, actually.
Waking up. Does actually doing
Waking
20
up.
minutes of nonsense actually help us out? I have no idea.
I
just
think so. I
assume-
think it warms us up.
Okay, that's fair.
What, you want to start this off being like, hey, welcome
Yeah.
to the podcast. It's me.
Yeah, we're not
Elmo
fucking
Man."
NPR, you know? We can.
Yeah,
We
right.
gotta be a little more bombastic, you know?
I tell you once, this is just me testing to see if I've told you the story before. One time on a drive, I think I have told you this story. I was listening with my, whoever was driving, I forgot who it was, put on NPR,
Yeah.
and it was late at night. It was
Oh.
like late at night. It was like a long drive. We were driving home, and the fucking story on NPR was which way you should cut your fucking sandwich. Straight wise or diagonal wise. And it was like, we talked to some leading scientists.
Is that real?
about-
Did they literally?
Yeah.
That's what conservatives are worried about?
Yeah, I know, right? That's
They're
why
worried
I
about
didn't think.
sandwiches? Like,
I didn't think NPR was like that leftist for a long time. And it was like literally just because of this one sandwich story. I was like, how is that leftist?
how is that? Yeah.
And now that I am a leftist, I understand it's because it's wasting goddamn time and effort and money.
Jesus. We got to defund NPR. That's what you're saying?
Biden got a cat. Let's talk about it.
I just want to state for the record, we did have an actual intro. I didn't think about. Oh, can we? Okay, yeah. The cat.
Let's talk
Because,
about
you
this fucking
Let's
cat.
talk about this cat. I think Biden has a cat.
Biden does have a cat. So that was my favorite thing. Because he owes me money. And he went out and got a fucking cat, and he's eating ice cream, and he owes me money. And World War III is about to happen, and I just think it's very relatable.
That Biden was just like, I'm not gonna take care of anything. I'm
Like-
just gonna grab some ice cream.
The world is ending. He's like, you know what? I'm out of here. I'm out of 5,000. I got to take care of my mental health.
I gotta
I'm gonna
take
go
a day
get some
off.
ice cream and get a cat.
You know, it's good that it's good that the president's finally taking a stand for mental health days.
Yeah, I think that's really cool.
That's what that is. Instead of signing the legislation to actually make paid sick leave a thing, he was just like,
Nothing like, yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna get down to the common folk and just get a cat.
I'm gonna become more
I'm
relatable.
gonna become more relatable, and then they'll like me.
That maybe might have been the reasoning behind him doing that, actually.
Probably.
Honestly. But I just think it's fun. Like,
No, it's just because he's too old for a dog. He can't run with them anymore.
he has like 4 dogs. He got a dog. Since he's been in the White House, he's already gotten another
Fuck, I forgot
dog.
about that.
Yeah.
Never mind, just because he's a lib.
Which I'm upset because like they gave that dog like his own fucking Twitter account. Willow doesn't get a Twitter account. She gets one photo. Where's the like pawtastic,
yeah.
you know? Look at the new possum, the potus. You know, I guess because in the past it was like people were like, "Shut the fuck up."
This is what my taxpayer money's going to. That's what the argument would be.
Well, yeah, it is.
Is that there's just one person running the the cat's of the president's Twitter account.
Yeah, that is an intern.
And then Tucker Carlson can use that to incite fascism into this country.
Yeah, that's what I think. That would be maybe actually a good tactic for the Democrats, is doing a bunch of crazy shit just so the only thing Tucker Carlson has to talk about is like the M&Ms and
cats.
The cats.
Mr. Potato Head.
Yeah.
And that's it. Just recycle those every other week, and then maybe we can slow down fascism just a little bit.
Do you think Jon Stewart is watching the Tucker Carlson show and being like, "You have so much material. You have a lot of material.
Probably.
The president got ice cream. And you're like upset about the M&Ms?"
Probably, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. I miss
really funny.
Jon Stewart.
Oh, is there another episode?
Not yet. I know there's I don't know if it's out yet, but I know that they're doing their podcast right now. They just have a podcast.
It's fucking dumb. What the fuck? I want the show to come back.
Speaking of shows.
Yeah, what's up? What?
Like we were gonna talk about before
President Biden.
Before you somehow brought up the cat, which I was not expecting. That was a left-hand field.
Left-hand field?
Yeah, that's what the
of
baseball term. Baseball field.
The left-hand field?
Yes.
The left-handed field? Let's talk about fucking Steven Universe.
Let's talk about Steven Universe.
I got some fucking takes.
You got some takes? Well, okay, first of all, we finally fucking watched Steven Universe.
We did, yeah.
2 years into quarantine.
Yeah.
Okay, backstory.
Yeah.
We got HBO Max because I thought it would have Smiling Friends on it.
It does not.
It doesn't, and I think you have to buy it on Apple, and the whole season's out finally on Prime and everything.
Oh, really? So we just had to wait like a couple weeks?
Just like a few days.
Really?
Yeah.
And then instead we spent like $100.
We spent $100 trying to watch this fucking show.
Jesus.
But the aftermath, we had HBO Max, which just has every show ever made, which is wild to me.
It's pretty cool.
But I think suggested Steven Universe.
Yeah, because I kept seeing stuff about it, and I was like, damn, I just want to know what the fuck is up with this show. Because I mean, I watch the Owl House and stuff, and I follow a lot of like queer animators on Twitter, and everybody mentioned Steven Universe as being like the first Disney not Disney, because it's not Disney, it's Cartoon Network,
yeah.
But like the first like gay couple, like, you know, show that's like, oh, it's got a gay couple on it, animated show that's like openly like where people like kiss and shit. So fucking, I was like, you know, that would be cool, and it seems really cute, and you know, whatever. I've seen Bee and Puppy Cat, which seems like a similar show, but a little bit more adult, I guess. Which we also watched all of that, and you fell asleep halfway through it, and I wanted to let you know it does not make any goddamn sense to me, even watching all of it.
Yeah, it makes sense. I don't know. I feel like a lot of like online animated shows can be hit or miss.
I mean, it's good.
It's good, but like doesn't mean that there's like a coherent.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah.
I think she's like a robot near the end. You missed it. Yeah, she's like a robot or something.
We're getting off topic already.
I don't know. Fuck it. So anyway,
because I don't know, and I forgot that we even watched that show. I'm being completely honest.
Someday I'm gonna sit and watch it again and like actually try to parse through.
You're gonna try and analyze it.
Yeah.
All right. I'll wait for that day.
Yeah. But so we ended up watching Steven Universe, and wow, that show made us cry a lot.
Yeah, I didn't expect the show with all the happy people on the front of it, with a bunch of fucking gems and shit.
Yeah, so that was the other thing. I was like, I'm so interested in the show because it looks so cute, but it's got gay people
and fun, has gay people,
and it's also got genocide in there too.
Which I mean,
if you want Sarah to watch something,
those are the
two things. You need gay people and you need genocide in there.
The two G's.
GG. Game Grumps.
But yeah, so yeah. I didn't know a lot about the backstory of the universe. And I think because we were both interested in the backstory, I think pretty much everything got spoiled in one way or another.
Yeah, we like Googled everything because we were too like into it. But even when we spoiled it for ourselves, it was like,
I mean, it was still good. Yeah, like it was still great.
Watching it all play out was still impactful, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, like kind of seeing where it all goes, and because I mean, it's what is it? There's 5 seasons, and then the epilogue season and a movie.
Yeah,
like it flew by, but also like a lot of emotional beats that I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, man.
A lot of shit about trauma, a lot of shit about fucking change and not being an asshole.
Generational trauma,
yeah.
too. Sort of
relationship trauma.
The nature of like being born. Just the things that you wouldn't think a children's show to have.
Well, being not only that, being born and your mom
being
dying.
You. Yeah, your mom dying to bring you into the world.
Yeah. Which that's wild.
That's already like, you know.
I think that's enough to where like, you know, if you put that in a show, you can make like a season's worth of like crying
like
moments, you
that's
know?
already like crazy. But then the show goes on to be like, isn't that fucked up? Like, isn't it fucked up of her to die? Oh, isn't that fucked up of her to die?
God. Yeah, no, like literally, like it's fucking.
It's like, yeah, it is.
It's.
She decided to fucking die to bring Steven into the world. That's. And then she by doing that, she just ran away from all of her fucking problems that she caused.
Yeah, and literally started a fucking war.
Yeah, which is like, I mean, yeah, it needed to happen, but like, did she need to be a war if literally all that Steven needed to do was talk to these people? Like, I don't know. I guess that is the one criticism that I see that I kind of agree with, but I don't agree with it in the way that most people are, because most people say that the diamonds at the end, they're going to be spoilers. I don't give a shit.
Spoilers, yeah.
That the diamonds at the end shouldn't have just been befriended by Steven. But I don't think that. I think that's
doesn't that kind of go against the whole? Yeah, that's the whole message of forgiveness and trying to reach out to people to make them better.
Yeah, or just like, you know, in generational trauma, so much can just be solved by just like talking about your feelings.
Yeah,
you know, like, you know,
exactly. Yeah. And I think a lot of that point comes from the fact that, and I guess that's the other thing too, is it's a nice detail, is that it's always, or like I guess the quote unquote inspiring thing is like, it's a young person telling all these old fucks and trying to actually reach out through them, you know, to like.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing is like, I just assumed the gems don't really have empathy.
Yeah. And I think that's the biggest. That's like a pretty reoccurring thing, because they just want to keep growing the gems, you know, like they just want to.
All they care about really is survival. They're an alien species, which I've also never seen anybody say that the gems are aliens until the one episode where Steven's dad goes, they are an alien species. I procreated with an alien to make you, and you are half an alien. I've never heard anybody call them aliens, and I was like, yeah, that really does make sense that that's how humans would see this. And yes, they are. Yeah,
they literally are aliens. Yeah.
They're fucking aliens with aliens superpowers.
From a destroyed homeworld, or a partially destroyed. I don't remember.
No, homeworld is just homeworld, quote unquote, is like a traveling spaceship.
Oh, okay. And then
that is like eating up other planets.
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay.
Because they're just focused on
colonizing and growth. And, yeah.
So I've never seen anybody call them aliens, but like these are fucking aliens that just don't have empathy for human beings. And the only being that can make them have empathy for human beings is a half alien, half human.
Yeah.
And it's more just like a sci-fi thing than it is about like an allegory for your abusive dad. You know, it's not really like it's, you know, it's not your dad that beats you when you don't clean your room. It's a bunch of aliens, dude.
Yeah, it's a bunch of literal aliens.
A bunch of fucking aliens. They're a little different. I saw a guy on Twitter that was like, I can't believe they gave the Diamonds a redemption arc when they didn't give one to Kevin or Ronaldo. And I was like, excuse me? You want Kevin to have a hero, villain to hero redemption arc?
Who was Kevin again?
He was the guy that when Stevani first fused, it didn't, crossed her boundaries.
He's just a minor fucking...
He's a fucking asshole.
He's just an asshole. You know that.
Maybe the only villain on the show. Maybe the only one that is actually a villain.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Okay, also, wait, hold on, because that's the first half. Second half is Ronaldo arc?
Yeah. I'm like,
he
maybe
has a
he kind of does, yeah. I'm like, did you even watch the whole goddamn show?
Did you miss the one episode that was all about him, figuring out that it's just...
Or the shit between him and Lars?
Yeah.
That was kind of redemption-y.
A little bit.
But it's also I don't even think Ronaldo should get a redemption because he's had so many chances.
Kinda, yeah.
And he's just such a fucking selfish idiot.
That just just does whatever he wants and yeah, that's a little... I don't know, I guess because I never saw Ronaldo as a bad character, quote unquote. He was just a wacky guy.
No, I thought it was bad.
I was just annoying. That's only about it.
I thought he was like a
I mean, I know he's supposed to be like the Alex Jones type, but
no, I don't think he's trying to be an Alex Jones type. I think this is not about Alex Jones. I think this is about the nerd guy that uses nerd culture to be his entire personality.
Oh.
And what makes him unique, you know?
That's fair, yeah.
Or just a character that takes his interest so far that it's his whole personality and then is an asshole about it.
Mm.
Because otherwise, if he doesn't have it, then he's going to crumble in as a person because he's done nothing else to make a personality.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
But then that's oh my God, you have something wrong with you. If you take this that far, that Steven, you have to have 4 episodes of just you and Steven. The town's therapist. To fucking teach you that you're a bad person for doing the same thing over and over and over again.
That's fair. Yeah, that's very fair.
To the point where he's telling you your mom wouldn't want that. Shut up. Maybe don't talk to Steven about his fucking mom. Maybe that's the whole one rule of the fucking show.
The one rule of the show is don't touch Steven's mom, you know?
Yeah, don't fucking even go there, you dumbass fucking human.
Yeah.
Steven's literally a monster. He's a fucking monster.
The fucking monster has the ability to kill.
He does.
And will kill again.
He will kill again. He is a child who will grow up to be a murderer. And you're sitting there haha, your mom, bitch. Yeah, he's going to kill you. And I don't know. I think if you told that story to thousands of people, through an "Am I the Asshole" post, on a podcast, I think people would be like, "Yeah, you're a little bit the asshole."
A little bit the asshole. Okay, yeah, that's fair.
But the Diamonds are literally just their sister died.
Their sister died, and they have the trauma of their sister dying,
and they don't know how to regulate their emotions.
So they act out and lash out.
They do commit mass genocide.
Yeah, I mean.
Who hasn't? But Ronaldo.
Ronaldo needs
a bad person.
Is the worst person. Yeah. You're selling me on the other people now. Actually,
I do get it. I get that the fucking Diamonds don't really get that much of a. It just they get 2 episodes of
Yeah, I mean, I guess if they had more time or if they executed more time to it, I think it would come out a little bit better.
But they kind of did in the last season. That was the biggest point, which is everybody needs to apologize to Steven.
Yeah. Everyone needs to apologize to Steven for all this shit. Well, I mean, that's jumping so far.
Yeah.
I don't even know where we are in the whole...
So, I mean, okay.
I mean, I don't even know what the... what's it say, I guess? Because, fucking, I don't know. I guess the epilogue really is what sells the soul out of the show, actually. I guess,
right.
Yeah, that's the whole reason.
But I have a problem with that. Is kind of crazy.
Yeah, because fucking...
What show did you watch?
I do wonder how many people didn't watch Steven Universe Future. I wonder if there are people that just stopped at
at just the first one.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are, but it's like you literally it like ties up so many loose ends because like Steven is just codependent throughout the entire first fucking thing,
and then
it gets
the
worse.
last season makes light of the fact that that's all he has, nothing really
other than helping people because that was his entire childhood.
That was his entire childhood, and it traumatized him.
Yeah, he's an alien. Like, I don't understand why people are just like, this fucking 14-year-old
is literally
he's all good.
He's all fine and dandy. He could do no wrong, and no wrong has ever been done to him.
Yeah.
He just goes on wacky adventures.
Like, even in the beginning of Steven Universe Future, Pearl and Bismuth are like, oh yeah, I accidentally tried to kill Steven that one time. Me too. I tried to kill Steven that other time.
Yeah.
Like, they fucking tee it up.
They just announced,
everybody that are his friends now tried to murder him at one point, even fake Pearl.
Yeah, even fake Pearl.
Even fake Pearl.
Like, literally fucking...
Every single one, dude.
Jesus.
He deserved an apology.
Yeah.
But everybody just kept going about their fucking business.
Back to normal, because he wasn't, he just kept helping people, and he never brought it up. He just bottled it up.
Yeah.
Tossed it in the back and just let it grow.
Yep.
Yeah, it's wild to me that, like, people focus so hard, I guess, on, like, the Diamond's redemption arc, but not talk about Steven's, like, what happened to Steven, And
it's called Steven Universe.
It's called Steven Universe.
It's the journey of Steven.
Back in my day when I took writing classes, we had what we call a hero's journey.
I don't know.
Sometimes you just need 3 goddesses that you gotta meet and pay a heavy price for it.
One has to rip your mother out of your stomach.
Literally.
In a reverse birth.
God.
Can we talk about that too? I keep thinking about that scene, and I think it's so impactful.
Where it's literally
ripping the gem out of his belly
and leaving him just as a human.
Well, yeah, and then he's like decaying because he's not fully human. He is mostly alien also.
Yeah.
And then he transforms into like his gem
transforms into him,
which kind of solves the question of the past couple of seasons that he's been worried about, which is, am I my mom?
Yeah, because everyone just assumes that
because he has his mom's gem in him, the
gem is just the mom.
Yeah.
Which everyone, because there's a moment in the show where what is it? There's a what is it? The tapes, the VHS tapes where the mom says, anytime you laugh or smile, that's me coming out through you,
Yeah, that's me as you loving you.
Yeah.
You loving yourself is me loving you. It really does deeply imply that his mother is inside of him.
Yeah, and then everyone else just kind of
goes along with it. But then it's like revealed near the end that he's never going to go back to his mom. He is Steven. This whole time he's been Steven, which is like, I can't believe that they just continued after that. They were just like, oh, you're Steven? All right. You didn't say sorry?
No, sorry. Just gotta.
You just realize, oh yeah, I haven't been doing this to a 1,000-year-old alien. It was actually a 14-year-old boy.
Who only has memories of being a 14-year-old boy. And is only a 14-year-old. Like, literally, they just treat Steven like a fucking adult.
This entire time.
Which then forces Steven to be kind of an adult to everyone else.
Yeah. Even human beings,
yeah. Even though he still has the mindset and emotional capability of a teenager.
Yeah.
He's forced to be 1,000 years old.
Yeah. That's fucked up.
God. There's one thing I wouldn't trust a 14-year-old boy to be is God.
Probably not that. Oh, man. Jesus,
Yeah. Even in the movie, he has to solve everything. He has to solve everything.
Why?
And pay for the crimes, quote unquote, of his mom.
No. He shouldn't.
But he's forced to
do that. Because everybody just assumes that he's his mom.
Even in the fucking movie. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the whole point of the show.
Yeah.
Is that he's a child not being parented because he has two parents that are one that is dead and emotionally absent, but also doesn't really know how to parent as well, which is evidenced in like his mom's room, you know, where it just kind of shows like, what do you want? Here, just take whatever you want. But it's like every time he goes in there and does that, it's not, it always ends up what he wants isn't what he needs, you know? What he needs is
whatever he wants, it backfires in one way or another.
Yeah.
And
because he's
emotionally tormented.
Literally, it will emotionally. And
yeah.
I mean, that is a fucking issue that comes up in like parenting and stuff. Is like, I just want to be my child's friend, but it will emotionally torment them because they just need a parent.
Yeah. And
they need to be parented, but he just doesn't get that because his dad's not also there either.
Yeah, because the gems decided. I assume it's because the gems just took him in.
Yeah, and then he assumes that they're always on gem stuff, so then he's not always there and doesn't, like, you know? And he does fail as a dad because he doesn't bring him to the fucking doctor.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, they reveal that, like, all the basic stuff that a human needs.
He just hasn't had.
Yeah, and then...
The gems don't know how to take care of a baby.
Let alone...
Like, it shocked me that Steven's making all of his own food.
Yeah, as a 14-year-old, I mean...
As a 14-year-old, it's crazy. Nobody's making food.
Yeah, because they don't eat. They don't eat. So he's forced to do everything on his own.
Yeah.
Which, that's pretty... Or he does the worst thing of ordering out every single fucking...
Yeah, he eats pizza every day.
Yeah. Unpacking this really does kind of shine a light on fucking... Yeah, because, like, not fucking...
It's a pretty obvious, like, metaphor, I think, to me. But it's like, you really go back through that and you think, man, if I were a human 14-year-old, you go through... It's actually kind of masterful because you go through the entire show thinking he's not just a 14-year-old. We don't know yet. He's a gem. Ooh.
So he could be, like, actually...
He might.
There's something inside of him that's, like, making him more mature.
And then the ending is
the
like...
libertarian thought of it.
Age is just a number in gem world. Fucking... But no, and then it gets to the end and then he's just a fucking... A kid with powers. He's just a kid with powers, which is already... It's so traumatic that we have multiple superheroes in, like, Marvel Comics about how hard it is to be a teenager with spider abilities.
Ironically, also with
like,
a dead,
what
dead
if the spider ability superhero was black? Then he has that too in America, and it's like then he's it's double hard. He's also got spider stuff. It's like, that's already a thing. That's already a premise.
Ironically, also in Spider-Man, there's one parental figure that's dead too.
Yeah, well, you have to. Yeah.
Jesus.
It was like nobody in Spider-Man that sees Spider-Man and watches him take off the mask and is like, oh, it's fucking Tobey Maguire or whoever it is. Nobody that sees that goes, you're not Spider-Man. Like, nobody gaslights him into thinking whether he is or is not Spider-Man. It's about what are the responsibilities of being Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Steven Universe doesn't even get to that until, like, he starts to learn about his mom's crimes. And then he doesn't even fully get the first question finished until, like, the end of the show.
Yeah,
he just
until
moves
the very
on.
end, yeah. He just has to fucking... just gotta keep on chugging. Gotta keep on chugging.
It's just like, Jesus.
9 to 5, baby. Gotta get the wheels of Gem World running back up.
Somebody's gotta teach these gems how to fucking apologize. That should have been Steven's job.
Now we actually have to make sure that all the gems that we killed can come back. Which, don't be wrong, that's a good thing, but like...
No, yeah, I think that was good.
But like, holy shit.
I think that was also like one of the things that redeemed the Diamonds was their willingness to help.
And change, yeah.
Because they did pull a genocide, right? But then also, like, they pulled a genocide No, yeah, I'm not gonna excuse genocide.
Yeah, no,
I'm sorry.
they pulled a genocide.
But then it's like if they pulled a genocide, but then they came back and then they just revived everyone that they murdered.
Which, I mean, yeah.
It's like, I guess that's supposed to like be like, okay, everything's good now. But they did also ruin planets.
That's the one thing that they can't fix. Yeah.
Yeah, they can't really stop that from being a thing.
Yeah. But I mean, at least they're trying, you know?
Unless Steven flies through the galaxy kissing planets to be healed.
Yeah, and then tries to revive. Yeah.
Can we talk about when Steven murders a gem?
Oh, I was thinking about that earlier. Yeah, that is probably the most...
That was the most shocking thing, I think, in the entire everything.
Yeah, because like fucking...
You've known him for so long. He gets out of every struggle with, oh, it's all good, you know? And then...
Yeah, and then, because like it's really interesting that like they wrote in the fact that he got more of his powers...
As he gets angrier.
As he becomes a teenager, as he becomes a 16-year-old boy.
Yeah, I think
who
that
has less control over, like, you know,
his emotions.
Yeah, so then he has 3 days of training with which one?
Jasper.
Yeah.
Who is like the primo villain from the first thing, first show. So he was like the beginning villain.
Yeah, and they're trying to like they don't want to get used to human life because they don't really have a purpose other than murder.
Yeah, like their whole like point to their gem was to fight.
Yeah, and now that there's no fighting, what do you do?
Yeah.
But finds a new life, quote unquote, training Steven for 3 days.
And that's, I guess Steven thought that would be like helping Jasper acclimate into human life.
Yeah.
But like it just ends with Jasper
pushing Steven into have that fight with me.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that Jasper wants.
Yeah.
And Steven...
Do you think that was like a suicidal ideation from Jasper? Because there's nothing for Jasper to do anymore?
I don't know. I feel like... Because I mean, even I didn't have the thought of like, oh, Steven can kill.
Yeah, I literally did not think that.
I didn't have that thought, and I don't know if anyone else would have had that thought.
Yeah.
Which or at least had that thought within the Steven universe. I mean, but like
he literally doesn't fight up until this point.
He doesn't fight, and he tries
not to fight.
Yeah, but then it gets to he gets so powerful during that fight
because he gets so upset.
Yeah. And takes it too far, and no, I really do think. What is it? Because even after Jasper's revived, which takes literally all the fucking
it takes all the gem
and
shit.
Steven crying over a bathtub.
It's so
like
dark
Jasper
in the show.
Jasper still like seemed very surprised.
Yeah,
you know, it wasn't like oh shit.
Yeah, and then Jasper was like, "You're my diamond now because you murdered me and brought me back to life."
Yeah.
Which just the whole thing is crazy because it really shows like how Steven is mentally deteriorating because of the codependency he has now.
Yeah.
Which is a fucking direct is directly from his trauma, and then it's very plainly written out for you to see that by Connie's mom when he goes to the hospital.
Yeah, and you see physically that even though everything's repaired itself,
he went through like so much trauma.
And they literally list out every single thing from like not even the whole first season. I want to say like maybe only 12 to 13 episodes.
Yeah, like the first,
like maybe the first half of the season.
Like they say like 6 things and it's like episode 1 through 6.
Yeah. And it's like, that is a lot actually. Yeah.
Yeah, for a 14-year-old.
I thought this is a goofy fun show.
I was like, yeah, Cookie Cat. He left his family behind. You know, like, hey, cool. And then it's like, it shows Steven's fractured fucking skull.
Literally his fucking skull.
Healing back.
And during all that, it's like, I want to go get donuts.
It's like, yeah, of course he was. He had a fucking fractured skull. Jesus Christ.
God. Oh, remember when fucking Lars dies?
Oh yeah, Lars
Lars
dies, and
dies
it brings
too, and
Lars
then-
back to
yeah.
life.
Yeah, Steven gets a lot of people indirectly
Murdered.
and then brings them back to life. I guess that's the only one, but like,
Well, I mean, and it's also like that happened when he was. I think it's more serious with Jasper because he is older and has more common sense.
yeah,
But when he was 14 and he was like just going into space, there's no like. It's very obvious that he's a 14-year-old doesn't know what's okay and what's not okay.
yeah,
So bringing Lars into areas that are dangerous for Lars, he doesn't think like,
yeah.
this is gonna
be
kill
a
Lars.
dangerous situation.
yeah, especially because most of the time he's always with gems.
Yeah,
So-
and then so Steven's protected by them for the most part.
And he knows that
And
they're going to
also-
come back to life if they die.
Yeah,
Because, yeah.
that's all he's used to.
Yeah. So he just doesn't know.
God, remember
Jesus.
early on when that was like really heart wrenching when I think it was it Pearl
Yeah, it
that
was Pearl that
Pearl's the
died.
first one that died, quote
That,
unquote, and then had to
poofed
wait.
is
Yeah,
what they call
poofed. And then it just becomes commonplace by like season 3.
Yeah, because then Amethyst does the whole thing.
Yeah, and it's just they just
I love that people just equate this show into like, yeah, it's whatever, it's gay gems. It's gay space gems. Whatever. Fuck it.
yeah, that's all the show's about. That's all the show is about, never will be about, is some homosexual gems. Make some Rule 34, ladies and gentlemen. Rebecca Sugar would be proud.
I do love Garnet. Garnet's, I think, my
Garnet's
favorite
like,
character.
yeah, Garnet's like fucking top tier.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because Garnet's the only like really mature one. Because also literally they're just 2 gems.
They're literally
Just
two
two
emotional
people
intelligences added
combined,
together.
yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy. But then also they're not very emotionally intelligent.
Well, when they're separated, they're really, and then they do break a few times. Like,
yeah, they do, yeah. But I mean, like, it's like even the fact that like, you know, Guard is like, go ahead and propose, you know, propose to Connie.
wasn't that when they were? No, that was when they were separated.
I think that's when they were, but still, I think
that's still, yeah,
like they have so far been in a relationship for years.
yeah.
You would think one of them would have learned from the other one. Maybe that's not okay to do that if the other one knew that was
it's
not
because,
okay.
Oh no, they Garnet did know that no matter what happened, Steven would have proposed.
Yeah.
So yeah, they no matter
They
what
just
they
said to go ahead and propose. But it's
Yeah.
still like,
that's still it's still fucked up.
it's still pretty fucked up that whole thing happened.
Yeah, that's not the best decision. Just say don't do it and let it happen, and then be like, told you.
Right.
Yeah, never mind. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it's still pretty low emotional intelligence.
It's not the best. I think that's the whole point, is that he's literally dealing with people that have zero emotional intelligence. And because he's a human, and his mom had too much empathy for everything, to the point where she was like, time to murder my whole family to save these people. Instead of talk to them.
Yeah.
Instead of just talk to them. I don't know. She did that. So he has her like innate empathy for everything and empathy for the gems, but then also has his dad also has like pretty good emotional intelligence, just is not very, neither of them were very responsible.
No, yeah, of course not.
You need to be to be a parent.
Yeah. But since Steven didn't really have that growing up.
He's also not responsible.
Yeah.
And I think it's interesting because his powers that he gets in Steven Universe Future from getting mad, I think it directly emulates his mom's growing up. Because his mom grew up in a scenario where her 3 sisters were just like not viewing her as an adult, not giving her any respect.
Yeah, so then she
sort of just kind of always being like, oh, you're so silly, you always do this and then whatever, blah, 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 not getting any,
yeah,
not seeing her as actually like a leader, even though she literally was,
yeah,
and then you see that in the dream where I think it's Yellow is the one that is like telling Pink that Pink can't have a colony or whatever, and then Pink smashes.
Yeah, and then
It's kind of showing like the manifestation of like what happens to an emotionally neglected child, how they just get like angry.
Yeah, and then
The same thing is happening with Steven
exactly,
in
yeah.
Steven Future.
Parallels.
But it's not necessarily that he is his mom. It's just the generational trauma of like
and then
nobody knows how
history
to
repeating itself, and
Yeah.
I didn't think about it that way.
Yeah.
I just thought funny when explosion happens.
Funny. Oh wow. Time to cry here.
Time to cry here. God, I don't know. I'm happy that the show exists, man.
It's a good show. I
really
think
good show.
I'm glad that it's out there for kids to teach them this stuff.
Yeah, you know,
It's like, fuck it, man. If you don't grow up with this stuff or you don't think about these things, how do you know? How do you know?
how do you know? Yeah, so it's good that there's at least something out there that's external, you know, of
Yeah.
like,
Because like trauma can happen anywhere from anything.
yeah, literally.
And, you know, oftentimes like things like codependency and the other things that they talk about in the show, codependency is a big one for me. Fucking will come up after you go through a trauma, and kids don't know. It's so easy to go through that and then have problems come up in your life and then think, I'm a bad person. No, your body is protecting you from trauma.
Yeah,
That's
it.
Yeah, you're built for survival.
Damn.
You want to read some listener stories anyway?
I highly recommend Steven Universe and then reading listener stories.
Yes, true.
That's a segue.
I don't know. Are you ready for this one?
I'm ready. Are you doing the? I know there's one.
There's one that's like, come on.
That's crazy.
It's a little wild.
Is it gonna be the first one, or are we gonna try and warm up to it?
We're gonna warm up to it. That's my third one.
Oh shit! Right in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! So you have a warm up and a cool down, like a good old fashioned emotional workout.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
Are you ready for this?
I am ready.
Okay. All right. This is from anonymous she/her. I, 24 female, have been dating my partner, 27 male, for 3 years. I'm currently 13 weeks pregnant with his child. Here's where it goes crazy.
Oh no, I don't like where this is going.
I have discovered that he has been using shag sites and swinger sites to look at pictures and occasionally message other women since we've been together. He has spent over $1,000 in the last 2 years on tokens used on sites to video chat strangers. And as far as I'm aware, he hasn't met up with anyone. I'm not
1 point.
I'm not judgmental, and people like what they like, but I've told him he cannot have both me and his interests, hoping that would be enough for him to stop. He has told me he believes he has a problem, which I think is a load of bullshit, and has agreed to go to couples therapy. I have CPTSD and have extremely poor decision making. What are your thoughts? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I think he very well could have a problem. I think sex addiction is a real thing.
Yeah, but I wonder.
I think it's possible, but also like I think you're already done with this relationship, fam.
It seems like it. Yeah.
It doesn't, you know.
Yeah.
Like, if he is an addict, you're not required to stay in the relationship with him.
No, yeah, of course not. No.
You don't take on any responsibility. Don't be like, if I leave him, he's gonna be worse of an addict. You can still, fucking AA, or Narcanon, they call it loving somebody from afar.
Yeah.
So just what you do is you just say like, I still love you, but while you're doing these destructive behaviors that are specifically destructive to me, I gotta be over here. And we're not gonna be in a relationship. Just letting you know.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Because you can't force him to get help if he doesn't want to get help.
Yeah.
And then you're just choosing to stay in a relationship with somebody who told you that he's going to cheat on you because he's addicted to
Gone
it.
on to, yeah. And like, you know, I mean, I guess it's one thing to have the regular porn addiction, right? Where you just look at internet porn.
Yeah.
It's another thing to spend $1,000 while your partner is pregnant with your child.
It's a little different, yeah.
That's a little. I mean, you know, it's a little different. That's a smidge, just a little different. So I guess I guess the only thing that's throwing the wrench is you're pregnant with the child. But I mean, even then, do you
You
want the
would-
child to?
That's the thing, you know. You don't want to do this 2 weeks before you give birth.
Yeah,
You
true.
know, like maybe start now and start planning for not being with this guy when you do give birth.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. It's a shitty situation. If he is addicted, it's shitty for him too. But it's also like, I mean,
But yeah, he's gonna cause you pain.
yeah, he can't like continue to do that and expect you to be okay with it. That causes a unhealthy dynamic, and that's not good for the kid. And it's not good for you.
Yeah,
and it's not good for him.
It's not good for anyone in this
No.
situation. So
It's just it's all around. It's bad.
yeah, so I guess maybe you're right. The loving from afar thing,
Yeah.
might be the best route of action, because assuming that it is a problem and not just he's an asshole who wants to cheat,
Yeah. Yeah.
which that is the only assumption
Yeah.
that you can really have here. I guess, like, I don't know. That's fucking. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah,
just sorry.
sorry,
Yeah,
fam.
sometimes I'm just $1,000.
Dude, right? Like, holy shit! If I found out that you spent $1,000 on like,
The $1,000 that I just got today.
yeah, if you spent
First
$1,000
thing.
on fucking cam show,
I'm
stuff,
I'm getting all the private shows, 60 tokens a second.
I don't know what I would fucking do. I have no clue. Private shows.
Private fucking Jesus.
Ah,
You know what's better than real sex with my partner?
yeah.
Virtual sex with
With
a dry
lady.
hand.
I don't know. That
I don't know,
almost
yeah.
makes me think that maybe he is. You know, because
Yeah.
it's like it's a worse experience, and he's spending all this
Yeah,
money
I
on
feel
it.
like you're going, yeah, really.
Like,
Because you also have to be like, you got to be sneaky about it, right? You can't
gotta
just
be
like, you can't
so
just
down
you-
bad.
You got to be really down bad.
That's what makes me think maybe he is. Maybe he does have a sex addiction,
Yeah.
and he's trying to mitigate it by
$1,000,
spending money, and
yeah.
that's it. You know?
Honestly, yeah, I really can't. Because, like, okay, yeah, if you just, okay, yeah, because if you just wanted to go out and fuck,
You would
you
just
go
cheat.
out and cheat and fuck, yeah.
Which is also like, well, I mean, sex addicts do that as well.
Yeah, true.
I know. I've seen that one where Ryan Reynolds shows his whole penis. Ryan Reynolds, the other guy. There's a sex addict movie.
Which one is it?
Michael Fassbender, is it?
Isn't that the one where Michael Fassbender fucks the 13-year-old?
No, that's Fish Tank.
That's Fish Tank. I remember you telling me about that movie.
I think it's a different movie, maybe with Michael Fassbender in it.
What is
about-
Michael Fassbender?
Showing his dick all the time. I
don't
want to
know.
see it.
I'm assuming Michael Fassbender, because he just seems like a guy that would play those roles. But like, I guess
Shameless? That's a
That's a
fucking
TV show.
about
Yeah.
Irish people.
Is it about Irish people?
Yeah.
We're off topic. But like, no, I mean, yeah, I guess.
Oh no, it's just called Shame.
And who's the man? Whose dick?
Whose dick is it?
Ryan Gosling.
Michael
Jake Gyllenhaal
Fassbender.
is Michael
Knew it.
Fassbender. Michael Fassbender. What the fuck are you doing?
It's because he has a huge dick.
Does he?
Yeah.
Nice. But I'm gonna assume that your partner doesn't have a huge dick, so drop.
Well, I mean, that's the other thing about that movie is like, fucking, not every sex addict has a guy like ginormous dick and wants to
No,
show
yeah,
it in a
yeah.
movie. You know?
No, I get it. I
don't know.
So I mean, yeah, I guess.
I think most sex addicts were probably not very attractive. I bet you.
This is completely off topic, but
That's
like,
completely.
but
He
no,
might
I
have a
think
sex addiction.
He
I
might
think.
have a sex addiction.
It could be a load of bullshit. It could be a very like obvious excuse.
Yeah,
I'm not denying your feelings about that. I think it very
I don't know. I'm saying as a poor person, it's very weird.
right. If you somehow like squared away $1,000 for something, I would think it would be an addictive substance.
Kinda, yeah.
Probably.
My addictive substances are cameras and lights.
That could be a fucking addiction. Gear addiction syndrome.
Yeah. But no, yeah, I'm sorry that you're in this situation.
Yeah,
but
sorry.
you might have to bounce or
Yeah.
prepare to bounce.
Oops.
What you do is you marry him and then you divorce him for the child support.
That's the real advice from Josh here.
I am not a lawyer. I am not a financial advisor, and I am not a health expert.
I think that does go into it. If you knew that they were cheating on you and then you want to divorce him for cheating, that might be a part of the courts.
Might be.
Like when you go and get a divorce.
I have no idea.
I have no clue either. But
again, I'm not a lawyer.
I'm speculating.
Pure speculation here.
Speculation.
Why did I choose podcasting as the thing that would be the right thing to do for my career when I can't even fucking speak?
But you're good at it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
But yeah, I am sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
I am sorry. Solve sex addiction. Got him. Sweet. Easy. Fucking, easy one. Easy one to start us off. I don't remember what my first one is because I don't read these.
Okay. Do you have it?
I do have. So wild. I don't even prepare for the one fucking thing.
Fucking say.
Oh no, this one's probably okay. This one's a little wild. I'm gonna say trigger warning for some drug use. Just a warning.
Okay.
All right. So this comes from Bucky. He. I don't think I can forgive my friend, and I don't know what to do.
Oh, okay.
I, 17NB, have known my best friend, 19NB, for almost 10 years, and we've had a pretty good relationship for that whole time.
Okay.
A couple of months ago, I was manic and took a mystery pill I found in my brother's room. We later discovered that the pill was Molly.
Okay.
I know this was a bad decision, but it happened. After I took it, I was texting my friend, and they knew what I took was most likely Molly and that I was not in a normal state of mind. While it was high, they texted me and told me that our friend Kato had fallen off of the roof of their apartment and died. I immediately panicked, trying to figure out what happened and try to support my friend since I knew how traumatic it would be to watch that happen.
What the fuck?
For about 20 minutes, we text back and forth, and I start to notice things that seem off in their story, but I didn't say anything because I wanted to be respectful.
Yeah, and then also you're high, so you don't know. I'm already mad.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
This is about to get...
Is this about to get to where I think it's going to go?
Probably, if we're thinking the same thing. So... after not texting me for about 10 minutes, they text me again saying that he's actually fine.
Oh my God.
They were really high and thought it would be funny to trick me.
Holy shit.
I immediately freaked out, told them that wasn't okay and that I was really upset with them.
Yeah.
I asked them repeatedly why they thought that was okay and told them I would need some time before I could be friends again. They freaked out and asked me to come over. They live 3 blocks away. I said sure because I still wasn't sure what to believe and wanted to talk in person. They came over and started crying, saying they, quote,
oh my God,
felt
shut
really
the
bad,
fuck up. Oh my God,
they were,
shut
quote,
the fuck up.
Sorry that they were such a terrible person. Once again, once they did that, I asked them to leave, and they did. The next day, they called me like nothing happened and asked me to come over, and they continued to call me and text me for the next couple days until eventually I went to their house and just pretended nothing happened.
No, oh, honey.
They had told all of our friends about what they did, but everyone kept bringing it up like it was some funny story. It's been months since... yeah, that's fucked up. Fuck yeah, your friends are shitty. I'm sorry.
Are you kidding me? Is this like a crazy town?
Crazy town, dude. This is middle of nowhere where nothing happens, so they gotta do something. They gotta do something.
Is this Gaslightville an emotional abuse land? Like, is everybody fucking bonkers? What?
So it's been months since, and we haven't really talked about it, but I can't forgive them. I love them so much, and I've known them for most of my life, but I just can't trust them anymore, especially with how they played it off as it was some joke, not an actual terrible thing they did to me. End of story.
So okay, I gotta tell this story. One time the first time I ever got super high was the day before my birthday, and I was there with a friend. I was working. I ate too much of an edible that my friend had, and I fucking was freaking the fuck out, and I was convinced that my friend was saying the wrong stuff to make me freak out even worse.
Really?
Yeah, I was convinced about it. Like, I kept hearing him. He wasn't, but I kept hearing him say, like, yeah, and then I have a problem with ducks. And I was, like, sitting there trying so hard because I had to work. Like, and he knew I had to work. He knew I was working. I was sitting there trying so hard not to be like, you fucking asshole. You gotta be real with me. You have to. I have to know what reality is. And fucking, just imagining that somebody is fucking with me while I'm high will send me off the deep end, I think. But some guy lied and said that their friend died? Like, what? Like, you were supposed to know that that didn't happen while you were on fucking Molly, dude? Fuck them forever.
Yeah,
And
fuck them forever.
You know what that is? That's where some guy, it's a little town in the middle of nowhere. Some guy goes to fucking LA, get his master's degree, finds his fucking future wife, and is like, oh, it's my future wife, blah, blah, blah. Let's go get married in my hometown. And then you go back to your hometown and you're starting to get married, and you go out to your fucking friends to be like, let's meet all my old friends from high school, baby. And then your friends go, yeah, this guy that you're gonna marry. One time, he told James over there that our friend fucking died while he was on Molly to fuck with them. And then she goes, oh, crazy. Hey, I'm gonna go back to the hotel. And she leaves your ass and goes back to LA
immediately
because she realized you're all psychopaths. And then she writes an "Am I the asshole?" and sends it into this show.
Oh, God.
You gotta get out of here.
You gotta get out of there. This person, they need to really get the fuck out of here. And fuck their friend, man. Like, holy shit.
That is not okay.
That's so not okay.
That's like drug etiquette 101. Are you kidding me?
You don't fuck with people
No.
when they're on psychotics. You know what I mean?
I don't think Molly is a psych. I think it's a. I don't know what Molly is.
I don't know
honestly.
what it is. When you're on drugs, when you're on any sort of drug,
any drug
you
that's
can't
gonna inhibit you.
Yeah, literally. Like, holy fuck. You're in a manic episode. You took a pill that was Molly. Didn't know that was Molly. You freaked out, and then your friends were like, "Hey, while this person's freaking out, while they're freaked out, let's pull an epic prank on them for our YouTube channel.
Epic lol prank.
An epic lol cow prank.
What the fuck, dude?
Gone murderous.
Even if they did that while you weren't on Molly, I would
so
still be
fucked up,
fucking
yeah.
mad about it.
What's the joke?
What's the joke?
The joke is that
The joke is that your friend died?
there's that Tim Robinson sketch where it's like, well, what's the joke? I sit and I fart, and then my fart doesn't make the room into a toxic wasteland, and I have to go to the hospital. Well, there's a guy with a beam through his heart. Like, literally, that's literally what this is.
Fuck that. Fuck these guys.
Fuck them. Yeah,
and they're all bringing it up. How are they bringing it up like it's funny? How could you even make this
it's an
funny?
epic fucking prank.
But remember when you told him that what's his face died?
Hey, remember when we just put your head into water and just kept it there for like a minute just to fuck with
wacky
you?
things that teens
Just
do.
Wacky.
No, wacky things that Ted Bundy does before he's famous. Like, what are you talking about?
Remember that epic time where we just squished rats with our feet, our bare feet, and we just felt the gushiness of their...
I'm good on that. Fucking,
And it felt awesome.
It's like when Ted Bundy was fucking, I know that there's true crime baddies in our fucking podcast. And I want to appeal to y'all with my epic knowledge.
I'm out for the next 10 minutes. Have fun, guys.
But you remember when so Ted Bundy was caught.
Yeah.
He was tried, and he was gonna be fucking going on trial to figure out if people should kill him or not. So people went back to his old girlfriends that he didn't kill. And they were like, hey, how was he? You know? And then they were like, yeah, he tried to fucking drown me one time. Nobody was like, he was the best. No one was like, he was the best boyfriend I ever had.
That's not the best? How is that not the best, though? I don't get that.
They're like, yeah, I could totally see that man as a fucking murderer. He did try to kill me. Yeah, absolutely. He was a very sick man. That's these people. That's your friends.
That's your friends, and that's why you gotta leave.
That's why
you gotta leave them.
Get
leave
out
them
of
now
there for your own fucking safety, my guy.
Christ.
Jesus Christ.
God, I gotta pee after that.
You can never be vulnerable with them ever again.
Literally, you can't. No, yeah. They're just gonna use it against you. They're just gonna use.
What else are they gonna do?
Oh, what? They're gonna respect you now. They're gonna finally respect this person.
All of a sudden, they show up at your house crying with fake tears, and then they just go back like nothing
they went
ever
back to normal
happened.
the day after. Like,
That's
come
insanity.
on. That's not okay.
No. That one actually made, like, we get stories all the time where it's like, my boyfriend is cheating on me all the time. And I'm like, yeah, if I can leave him. But that one actually made me upset.
That's just you being so desensitized to these.
Yeah.
God.
I am so fucking toxic. I'm like, you broke bro code.
I'm sorry, bro.
I can't believe you would do that.
I'm sorry, but you broke the bro code. Sorry. This is a bro code violation number C25.
But I just like expect men to cheat on women. Like, who am I? Who am I?
Christ. Jesus.
So trigger warning for this one.
Oh, shit.
Pedophilia. I mean,
2 weeks in a row, baby. Hell yeah.
You guys send in the stories. What you don't understand is this is a comedy podcast.
This is supposed to be a comedy podcast. And
we get very real sometimes.
We get very real, but listen, I just put the clown makeup on and I'm your little jokester, all right? Listen, if Joe Rogan can be called a comedy podcast, we're a comedy podcast.
Right, though?
And I literally looked it up to see comedy.
Yeah, he's a comedy. He's like the top. He's been the number one on comedy for so long.
Make us top of comedy, everybody. Do it, pussies.
Let's go. Let's topple the roguester.
Let's topple the roguester. Hashtag top of the rogues.
Top of the rogues. All right. This is anonymous. He, him, his. Trigger warning. Pedophilia? Molestation?
You didn't have molestation before. All right. Okay. Well, shit.
I mean, there's like question marks. Having your dick out around children.
Pedophilia.
Yeah. Okay. Am I the asshole for getting my coworker fired?
Okay. Already with the trigger warnings. Probably not.
Yeah, you're not. Probably. Okay. I know the title sounds bad, but hear me out. Last summer, I worked at an overnight summer camp that will remain unnamed for privacy reasons.
Good.
The camp had very strict rules on safety for the staff that every staff member had to follow, like never be alone with just you and a kid. Makes total sense.
Makes complete sense.
I think teachers have to do that too. It makes sense.
No, yeah, it makes complete sense, yeah.
All of my coworkers were great and they all followed the rules as well, but there was one coworker who we always had an off feeling about.
Yeah, the pedo glasses, the pedo stash.
I don't think he's actually a pedophile. I think he's just
a little off.
You'll see.
Okay.
For the sake of the story, we'll call him Dave. I'm not saying that Dave is a pedophile. I want that to be clear.
Okay, fine.
Dave wasn't the best at following the rules and would sometimes fall asleep on the job, end up being one-on-one with a kid, yelling at them, etc. He's already an asshole. I know he's an asshole.
Yeah.
He's yelling at children. It was very clear early on that Dave had some sort of neurodivergency / autism. But we still treated him as an equal because he is an equal.
Yes.
However, a couple of weeks into the summer, there were rumors going around that Dave had been masturbating in the cabins and the bathrooms multiple times a day while working.
It's a little, not great.
Keep in mind that most of the kids were youngish, the youngest age being 4. The younger kids were in day camp. Yeah, so that's the thing, right?
Yeah, I don't. No, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
It's not very good.
It's not a good thing. No, it's not good at all.
At first, I didn't believe it, but after seeing him walk into a staff-only building a few times that day while the campers were at the camp store, I was getting suspicious.
For good reason.
My campers wanted to go get some water from the dining hall, and I knew that that's where Dave was working that week, so I took them to get some water and went to pull Dave aside so the kids wouldn't hear. When I asked him about it, at first he denied it, but I could tell he was lying. When I asked him again and told him to be honest, he folded and told me the truth and that he was... all I had to do was ask him twice, tell him to be honest.
Did you do it? No, you sure? You fucking got me.
Fuck, you got me. I've been masturbating around the area where kids might be. When I asked him again and told him to be honest, he folded and told me the truth and that he was in fact masturbating during the camp day and told me not to tell anyone. I was in shock and felt disgusted and infuriated, but I took my campers back to where we were, told my other coworker what happened. I then went and told the camp director what Dave had told me about 20 minutes later. You have to.
Yeah, you have to.
You can't not do that.
I feel like if you kept it to yourself, you'd become an accomplice. Like,
yeah,
literally. So,
You would,
yeah,
like-
you did the right thing.
if like a kid had walked in on that or something, and they would
Yeah.
be scarred for the rest of their life.
Literally, yeah.
And then yes, you would be like, and that guy knew about it and he didn't do anything.
yeah, okay.
Like, yeah, that's fucked up. Okay. Keep in mind that the camp director's daughter, who was only around 5 or 6, was going to the camp as well, and the building he was doing it in was surrounded by children, most of them younger. A few days pass, and at this point, everyone on the staff team knows he eventually got fired, thank God, and we saw him packing up his stuff and loading it into his parents' car. I know what he did was wrong, but the reason why I feel so bad about it was because we were extremely short-staffed this summer due to COVID.
I mean, listen, yeah.
What, like, you're sad for capitalism? Like,
Yeah,
I don't
right.
know. Like, what, did this guy
like,
lost his
literally-
job?
Yeah, like, okay, so I know we're not done, but okay.
Okay, and everyone ended up finding out what he did. Am I the asshole? Sorry, the story is long. It's not that long.
It's not that
Don't
long.
worry.
You're fine. Don't worry.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
No, I'm
think
gonna go
you're-
out
I'm
on
gonna,
a fucking limb.
You know, I'm gonna take maybe the controversial opinion here and say
So
not
you're
the
not
asshole.
the asshole.
No, obviously.
No,
I would
yeah,
say
it's not okay.
Did he? I'm kind of surprised that it wasn't just a fire immediately on site.
I wonder if he does have a neurodivergency then, you know?
Yeah, like
Because then, like, when you have a disability, you don't have to declare it, but it's like most of the time you do because it, you know.
yeah, but like I really
So like if the boss knew about it and maybe like talked to him about it and like came to the decision after the investigation, I assume there was an
I assume
investigation.
they had to look into it.
Yeah.
That's wild to
So
me.
he was
though.
either fired or quit, but like either way, yes, he should not be masturbating around children.
No, yeah, I think that's a pretty. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's yeah. What do I say to that other than you did the right thing?
Yeah, you have to.
You have to.
You have to.
You literally have to. It would be weird if the rumor started spreading around and then you found out that the rumor was true and then you were like, back to work.
Yeah, you like saved a kid from walking in on this guy
Yeah.
whacking it in the bathroom. Like,
Literally,
you know,
yeah, like shit.
why during
It's
the
just
day?
during the day.
Why around the children? You
just-
don't need to be
yeah,
doing that.
That's the
Why
that's-
become a camp counselor if you know that you have to whack it 4 times a day?
yeah, right. Like it's really weird. It's really fucking nothing about it seems right.
I need more information from this man.
I need.
I'm
God.
not gonna jump to the conclusion that yes, he is a pedophile and he saw children and just got so horny he had to go masturbate.
Yeah, but like I do. I mean,
He could be neurodivergent,
He could be- and-
need to masturbate, and like think that that's the conclusion,
yeah, like get to point A to point B,
and not really
but
understand
try
it.
it. And I mean, like
But like, it's just that's still not okay.
that's still not okay. No, it's not a. Yeah, it's not.
Sometimes at work, that's like, yeah, okay, you fuck up really
You
bad.
fuck up real bad, and you shouldn't be at this job. Then
Yeah, you just don't know.
I'm not gonna jump to pedophile either. I will say it's still because you can't. You're okay because he jerked off in a staff only room, right?
So he was like trying not to be around kids. I
He was
guess
not trying to be around kids, but then you also said that the building was surrounded by kids, especially younger ones.
And I guess it's like, I know logically that children will get in everywhere.
Yeah, so like it's still like,
But
I mean,
maybe
I guess,
a neurodivergent person might see like staff only and think that kids are going to follow that. You know? Like it
or
might
even
not
think
click.
that like, yeah, or
You know?
even think that like, assuming not a pedophile,
yeah.
that's the only safe place to.
To jacket.
It's still weird.
Wait until like you're asleep.
Wait until night. Yeah,
Yeah.
like unless you have
Unless
a
you have like
problem.
a roommate or something, you know,
Yeah,
like, you know,
like-
like fucking, I don't know.
I don't know. Something's just
Fuck, I don't know when to
everything about
masturbate.
this is off. You know, like
Yeah, it's just very strange. I don't know. I'm not gonna jump to malicious intent because I don't know this guy.
I don't know either. And I mean, there could be a lot of, I guess, edge cases or even like just like
Yeah.
of not pedophile, but like
I'm just confused why you think you might be the asshole.
Yeah, why'd you?
I don't really understand. I think you know that you didn't do a bad
just
thing.
a general guys. Have a little bit of confidence in yourself of being a good person.
I mean, that's our whole podcast. Don't not write in.
Do write in, please.
Like, yeah, we want to give you the easy answer.
We'll give you the easy answer, but have a little bit more confidence, guys.
But I'm just confused as to why, like, your reasoning was, am I the asshole because he lost his job because we were short-staffed? What?
That's not your fault. That's
like to everybody else that you got a pedophile. Well, not a
potential pedophile.
I don't know why I did that for shock value. He's not a pedophile, probably.
We don't
Who knows?
know.
We don't know.
Knows.
Because
we're just asking questions.
So, like, somebody's gonna complain that the guy jacking it in the staff-only building is gone.
Yeah, no one's gonna
around children
fucking
because of you.
We're all so angry.
That's what the story should have been about. If the guy complaining to you that you got another guy fired for jacking it.
Yeah, if someone was like, "What the fuck, man?
What the fuck? No,
now I gotta run the canoes." What the fuck, man?
Now you gotta make all the cafeteria food.
God damn it.
Why couldn't we have the jerking off guy?
If someone did that to you, then you're not the asshole and they're the asshole.
Yeah.
But, like, you're not the asshole because you got him fired.
Well, somebody else must have known. Because then you found out.
They're kind of an asshole.
They're an asshole.
Yeah, they're kind of an asshole. They should have figured that out.
Let's find the subsequent assholes.
So you reported it. So good job.
Yeah, you were
You did the right thing. So
don't worry about it. Let's let it be like a weird thing that happened over summer and forget about it.
It's just a wacky story that happened over summer.
Big wacky story. Don't even fucking worry.
God.
Oh man.
Speaking of not pedophiles, let's have one that's not a pedophilic story. So this next story comes from Anonymous. She, her.
Okay.
I accidentally got back with my ex.
Accidentally? Like you fell into it? What's up?
Accidentally is doing a lot of legwork on this one.
Jesus.
When we first started talking again, I had been seeing this new guy, so I made it very clear to my ex that I didn't want a relationship. I also just didn't want to get back with him at all. Anyways, the new guy and I weren't working out, so we stopped talking. I liked the new guy a lot, probably more than I've ever liked someone, but he was always really busy and didn't know how to balance work and his personal life. This just led me and my ex getting closer, which honestly made me realize even more how much I actually didn't like him. When I finally got the courage to dump him, he was very persistent in trying to change my mind. After a few days, he finally became uninterested and realized it wasn't worth it, so he stopped. This broke my heart because I have weird extreme attachment issues, and obviously I still love him, not in the way that I'm in love with him, but I have love for him.
Whoa, what? Like, what the fuck? Who is this? This is with who?
I think
the
with
girl
the
that
ex.
she with. Okay, so
the ex. Yeah.
So the other guy she broke up with, she got back with her ex, realized she hated him, broke up with him again,
but then felt bad because she has attachment issues.
Oh, okay.
Even though,
okay, now I understand.
Yeah,
this is crazy. What the hell? People's lives. Damn. Shit.
Jesus.
Okay.
The only way to get him to stay was to actually be with him. So now I'm in this relationship that I absolutely do not want to be in with somebody that I do not even like at all. I immediately regretted it. And to top that off, a few days into the relationship, I ran to the new guy mentioned earlier and we started talking again.
Oh my God.
So now I'm cheating. Please, how do I dump him when I have extreme attachment issues and when I'm the one who initially changed my mind and asked him to stay? You're gonna have to break up with them. So then you can talk.
Dude, what are you doing? Yeah, you got to do that. I could get the extreme attachment issues, but that's not his fault.
That's yeah.
You know?
You just gotta break up.
You literally just gotta realize
you're
causing more harm than good here.
Yeah, every passing day
that you're with both of these men. You're harming the new guy too. Like, why aren't you thinking about how can I fully respect this new guy that I want to be with?
Yeah, like,
because you're cheating on him too with your ex, technically.
Technically, yeah. Yeah, you
gotta respect yourself and not cheat.
Yes, true. Yeah.
There's that. You gotta respect the new guy, even though you don't like your ex. It doesn't necessarily mean that you can just disrespect him. You know?
You can't just you can't just go and murder his dog just because you don't like him.
You just don't like his vibe. You know, it's not really a thing.
You know, like fucking. So yeah, you just you know the answer because you
honestly you
know,
probably shouldn't be with anyone. If you
Until
have
you- I
these
mean-
intense attachment issues, yeah.
Yeah, I think it probably
It just sounds like you have to jump from guy to guy because you're afraid of being alone. And the
Yeah.
only way you can really get through that is by being alone
yeah,
and realizing it's not going to kill you.
Yeah, you definitely. Yeah, you're right in that sense. Then of like respecting yourself, because then you're not going to be put in these situations where you're harming a bunch of people, including yourself.
Also, what's with the fucking the vocabulary accidentally? You're not accidentally. You are making decisions. You have made the decision
Yeah.
to cheat and get back with a man you don't like.
You got to take a little bit of responsibility.
You have to. These are your actions.
You don't just slip on a banana peel and
Accidentally cheat.
yeah.
No.
Oops, I sent the send button on my new
Oops.
pics to
Whoops. No, you've made those
you have to-
decisions.
yeah.
People are going to judge you for them, whether or not it's like right or not. I don't really give a shit. But like,
Yeah.
you know, personally, I'm not like gonna say you're the devil or whatever.
No, yeah, you made mistakes. You got to own up to the mistakes and
you gotta
learn
just-
from them
Yeah.
and work on yourself because
That's what being human is all about. It's all
Yeah.
about trying to mitigate, trying to lessen the amount that you hurt other people.
yeah, and learning from the mistakes of when you do hurt people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that comes from taking care of yourself
Yeah. Oh no, 100%. You got to take care of yourself first before you can take care of other people.
and putting yourself in a relationship with somebody when you don't even know what your feelings are yet is not
Yeah.
taking care of yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. It reminds me kind of this is completely like not even like in a very old like Vosh video where he talks about like the ways that you try to like bring socialism in, right? Or try to, you know, bring social change. You're not going to be able to do anything if you don't put yourself first in some instances where,
Yeah.
you know, you got to make sure that you are safe and you are okay
Yes.
before you go out and whether you're trying to bring equal rights or have a relationship with someone else, you know?
Absolutely.
So
You do. And it's not like you can't ever have trauma and be in a relationship. Lord knows I do that now. But like you do still have to like put yourself first so that you're not suffering and then causing other people to suffer indirectly
yeah.
or directly, like they're cheating.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah. You know what to do. You told us what to do.
Yeah, you know what to do.
So it's up to you to do it.
Yeah.
I can't push the lever. I can't Remy your way by pulling your hair and texting the.
Yeah, we can't make you do anything.
we
This
can't
is our
drive
advice.
to your house
Yeah.
and do the work for you. Sadly,
Yeah.
we just
gotta
we
be
have
doing that.
decrees,
Yeah.
and yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's it.
Well, are you ready for mine?
Not until after this ad break because we've done 4 stories.
You're right.
Yeah, fuck.
No, 10. We have to do 10.
Well, yeah, and then we have
Yeah,
6
so we have
more,
to
but
do
we have the
5.
intro.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, we did the intro, and then we
Mhm.
do 2.
Yeah, okay. I think you're bending the rules, so you don't have to hear this for longer.
No, I do want to hear this story, but we literally have done it. We've done 4 stories,
fine.
and then
Let's do it. No, yeah, let's go ahead.
no, let's go. I'm gonna pull up the other podcasts. I'm gonna pull up all the freaking markers, and then you'll see that
Markers
there's
for like a board.
no.
I'm
as in a-
bored.
but you won't be bored after hearing this ad break. Saved it. Fuck yeah.
Got it. Saved it. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Ah!
That almost turned everything off.
Oh my god. All right.
It's the ad break.
Hello.
Hey, do you like this podcast?
Do you please?
Well, there's a couple ways you can support the podcast more than just than watching the podcast or listening to it.
More than that.
You can go on YouTube. You can like and subscribe. You can rate us 5
Please.
stars on Apple and Spotify.
Yeah.
Literally, please do the YouTube one.
Please-
As we're
please
recording this,
subscribe.
we're like 14 subscribers, unironically away from 1,000.
And then we will get money.
Then we'll get money.
Yeah. Please.
Please.
If you're not yet, please.
If you're not, please do it. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
But speaking of money, if you want to directly support us financially, there's 3 ways you can do it. We have a merch store. Link will be down in the description in the pinned comment. You can get cool merch like the shirt I'm wearing.
Or this cup.
And the mug that Sarah's holding.
Fuck.
We have a couple designs. We're going to keep working on making more stuff eventually.
Yeah. We have pop sockets, too.
Look at that pop socket.
On my
It's
fucking
a
phone.
fucking phone pop
Pretty
socket,
cool.
baby.
We have phone cases, too, that go with it.
Yeah.
Fun.
So if you want something, if you want merch, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
We have a Patreon at patreon.com/APWSTR.
Indeed.
And you'll get extra content and episodes a couple hours early.
Without these ads in them.
Without these ad reads in them.
If you like the podcast, but you hate these ads, go ahead and do that.
But if you love the podcast and also love the ads, you can do just buy me a coffee. You won't get episodes earlier at the exclusive content, but we'll read whatever you have to say.
Yeah.
As long as it's not awful.
Racist.
Yeah. Like literally.
Transphobic.
The bar is
homophobic.
really low.
Literally, the bar is in hell. It's on the floor. We will even curse.
Well, fucking curse.
We'll freaking heckin' curse.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Baby. And we're working on a Discord. Is that
And we're
coming out
working on
this week?
Discord. We might have it out this week.
We might have it out this week.
It might go
no
out
promises.
No promises. I don't fucking know.
Honestly,
You'll see it on our Twitter at APWSTR or
whenever we do announce it.
Yeah, we announce it. We'll announce it on Twitter and maybe even on Instagram, but definitely on Twitter and the YouTube studio.
Yes.
Or YouTube channel, whatever the fuck.
The community
More
page.
of a reason to go subscribe to YouTube.
Yeah.
But okay, so yes, okay, yeah, we do have one. For some reason, it's not publicly, but it is here. So. Hello, can you shout out my sister Emily? She introduced me to your show and her birthday is February 4th. She is amazing and strong and wonderful, and I wanted her to know that she deserves the world. Thank you.
Hi, Emily.
Hey, Emily, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. You deserve the world.
And thank you for spreading our podcast. Word
Yes.
of mouth,
Word of mouth. Word of mouth.
No, thank you very much.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Yeah, it'll literally be like a few days after this episode goes out.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hope you have a good B-day.
I don't think there are any more. I think, yeah, that's all we had this week. But if you want to give us some, definitely send it to us. Also, thank you to, I don't know if they want to stay anonymous, but someone sent us photos of their cats through the email. So thank you.
Thank you so much. That's one of the main reasons I want to start the Discord is just so
there's going to be a cat area.
Because I see these cats and I'm like, I feel bad because our audience can't see the cats.
Yeah. So we're going to mostly make a Discord just for cats.
Pretty much. It's all going to be cats.
But back to the show, everybody.
Yeah. But yeah.
Buy me a coffee, APWSTR, Patreon, APWSTR merch down in the description.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
And hello.
Hey, guys. We're back.
We're back. All right. So Sarah told me that this story is wild to the point where she had to get wine.
I feel like it's an episode of Euphoria or like a season of just one relationship of Euphoria. And I don't even know what Euphoria is. We've seen one episode.
We've seen 1.5 episodes, and I gave up.
It starts with 9/11 footage.
Which, usually that turns me on to a show.
Yeah.
But not this time.
It usually turns me on.
So Sarah said that this one's a pretty wild one, and she got a bunch of wine. So
I did.
I got myself a scotch glass, and I'm going to pour LaCroix into it.
Normally, we wouldn't read posts like this, I think.
I think there's been a few crazy ones that we dodged.
Some of them where it's like, if you send us something.
One mostly, I think of.
One or two. But if you send us something where it's like, you're obviously the asshole and you don't care.
You're obviously the asshole, or it's so unreadable that we can't read it.
We literally can't read it. Then it's like, yeah, we're not going to put you on blast.
Yeah, so.
But this one is like, I am actually worried about this person and I want to give them help.
All right.
But also, I'm going to read this. And
I got my drink ready.
Okay.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Listen, I don't want to make fun of this person either.
We're not going to make fun of this person, and don't, as usual, never send harassment to people, especially within our own community. All right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, don't harass this person. Don't be mean to this person.
All right? I swear to fucking God.
This is from Angela, and their pronouns are bisexual. Okay.
That's just proof to me that like I need to actually make it like you select a button, he, him, he, they, she, her, she, they,
other,
or they, them, and then other,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So this is from Angela.
Also, real okay, so that's actually a similar thing I have to mention now. If you guys leave your if you just say by email and the way to contact you, we don't actually have access to your email.
We understand that that's confusing.
We get that's confusing though. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because that does happen a lot. So that's not a you problem. That's not an individual.
That's a Google Forms problem.
That's an us problem.
Yeah. So okay, sorry. Continue.
Okay.
I just want to get that out there before I forgot.
I'll say it again. This is from Angela.
Bisexual.
And their pronouns are bisexual. We're gonna say they them because we actually don't know their pronouns.
I don't know. Yeah, so they them.
Okay. Okay, so all caps. Please, I need help or answer as. Sorry that it's going to be long. So I met this guy from Badoo, a dating app. We met in the beginning of November, but had talked for a while in October. Met him in person in November 10th and began dating November 21st. At first, I really didn't talk or pay too much attention to him because I was talking to other people before him. He knew about my history because I brought it up to him when we first met in person.
Okay.
I didn't even have a second thought of what I was telling him because I thought we were just going to be friends for a long while and I felt really comfortable with him. I did push him away because I knew he was getting attached to me, but the next day I asked him to hang out.
So you pushed him away
and then you asked him. Yeah.
Okay.
We hang out. I begin to have strong feelings for him, and I think he knew that he asked me. I think he knew, and he asked me out that same night. When he did, I said yes, but that I was okay having an open relationship. I only said that because I wasn't sure if he was an honest guy or was a player. Plus, I was barely getting out of that phase of jumping one guy to another without actually dating them.
Okay.
I went to my hometown for Thanksgiving. He called me. We talked for hours and told me how much I mean to him. That same night, I got a haircut by my mom, and it was terrible. I posted my social media crying that I got a bad haircut, and this random guy that has been following me in my social media hit me up and said that he's willing to fix my hair for free. I was desperate to get a haircut, so I went over to his place at 2 a.m., not knowing who he was.
What?
Why would you do that?
Don't do that. On today's episode of Please Don't Do That.
Please don't do that.
Please don't try this at home.
Once I got my haircut, I left and called my boyfriend because he called. I told him what happened, and he wasn't too fond of that.
And don't
blame him.
Blame him? I hope he doesn't get too upset, because, like, that's... let's see. Okay.
He started to get upset, and I told him that nothing happened between me and the guy. He still didn't believe me, so I shrugged it off and didn't learn from that. Okay.
You're admitting that you didn't learn something. We're off to
I think you should be more upset about your safety than you having sex with another man.
Yeah, that's what you should be worried about in that situation, not the cheating. I guess.
I'm not worried that you might bone the haircut guy.
I'm worried that the haircut guy is gonna stab you with the scissors. You know, like that's what I'm. Okay, you didn't learn from that, which you admit, which is gonna be fun. This is gonna be a fun time.
That's cool. But I mean, also, like, yeah, when you are in a relationship, it's very unclear on if you are in a relationship or not at this point. Even though you are calling him your boyfriend, but you're saying you're still talking. I don't know.
I don't know either. Okay.
So okay. A week later into the relationship, my crush, aka my fuck buddy, texted me to hang out, and I said sure. Why? Aren't you dating?
But you're in an open relationship.
Are you in an open relationship? Did he even say that it's that you're in an open relationship? Did you talk about it?
That's what they said earlier, right? Wait, I'm really confused. Okay.
Yeah, get fucking ready.
Okay.
This is at some point. I'm just gonna keep reading.
Oh no.
Yeah. He came over and we were just watching a show. Okay. He came closer to me, began making out with me, and we started to have sex. After that, I never talked to my crush and blocked him. I felt so shitty about myself after what I have done. I didn't tell him until Christmas Day. Why did you do that on Christmas? Why did you do that? Why did you ruin Christmas for this guy?
Merry Christmas. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Before I told him, he kept pressuring me if I had any secrets from him or kept anything if I cheated on him. The guilt was eating me alive, so I told him. He kept crying and I had to force him to stay because he wanted to drive so he could have a car crash. He ended up staying until the next day.
Oh my God.
This gets crazier. On New Year's, he wanted to stay home, but I forced him to come along with me to my friend's place to celebrate over there. He brought one of his friends, which was a girl. I noticed that he would give more attention to her. For example, all of us, we were playing with stickers and I asked him for ideas. He just told me that it's up to me, but when she asked to keep giving her ideas on what to, he kept giving her ideas on what to do. A month later, he proposed to me on February 18th. And I was happy but sad because it was too soon and was still thinking about what I did. A week or two later, he told me to stay at his place while he was at work because I had an issue with my roommate. I did, and I went to his computer because I had my guts telling me that something was wrong.
Oh, no.
I began scrolling his messages in Discord, and I saw that he messaged a girl a day after the proposal. He asked for her nudes. She sent it to him, and he kept asking her to video chat with him. I told him that I was going back to my apartment, and he asked what was wrong. I told him what I saw, and then I ignored him, and he started posting that he felt bad and etc.
This is fun. This is a lot. This is no one's a good person right now.
What's the question? That you're an asshole? That he's an asshole?
That someone's an asshole?
Both of you.
Yes.
Jesus, what a shit show, you know? Okay, we fix things, do you? But every time we argue, he would just bring up of what I did to him and that it's unfair that he stayed when he found out, but I can't when he does something bad. He's a shitty person.
Yeah, that's really shitty. That's really fucking shitty.
He told me that the reason he did was because I didn't give him a happy reaction that he wanted when he proposed. You weren't happy enough when I proposed, babe. So I'm gonna go ahead
wide enough smile, babe. Fucking hey, smile to it.
I'm gonna pressure another girl into giving me nudes.
Fucking pressure another lady. All right. Okay. All right.
He tells me to stop wearing makeup. He made me delete my Snap, my Facebook, and all the dating sites that I had. I mean, dating sites, yeah, that makes sense.
That one makes sense.
Everything else is weird.
The other two ones are a little fucking weird. Just like, a little weird.
Okay, I kept giving him trouble with the Snapchat and Facebook because I had old pics of my family and my dog. So I guess she meant that she wanted to keep them because she wanted to keep the photos.
Yeah.
Despite giving him a hard time, you're not... I mean,
okay, for that one, you're not giving a hard time because you literally have photos of your family and your dog that you want to save.
This is a lesson, and nobody has set a boundary.
Yeah, no one set a boundary at this point.
Even past the cheating, this is a fucking specimen of a relationship.
This is a good case study of what not to do.
Yeah, despite giving him a hard time, I slowly started to change the way he want me to be, except my attitude. He also tells me to cover up with big clothes because tight clothing always shows off my body. He always gets mad if I wear something tight or forces me to double my clothing so they won't look at me. I think a month or two he started emailing quote-unquote an old friend that he wanted to get a chance to meet up with her. I confront him and he apologized, but would always say the cause of it was me cheating on him in the beginning and that he could never forget about it. What about when he cheated on you?
Yeah, so yeah.
I mean, it's just the shitty part. Like now you just go back and forth. You cheated on me.
1 week I'm cheating, next
you.
week I'm cheating, next week you're cheating, next week I'm cheating. It's a cycle of life, baby.
Okay, that friend that he invited for New Year's, she texted him. He asked me if he could text her, and I gave him the permission. What?
Why? What is going on?
That's crazy. I started to feel uncomfortable and gave him a cold shoulder because I saw how excited texting her he was, and he kept bringing up conversations about her. I told him the time how he had his gaze locked on her direction when she was walking toward us and how he acted around her on New Year's. He told me not to worry about her even though he told me himself that he did have a crush on her. Like this is
hey, babe, don't worry about it, babe.
I feel like I'm in fucking Alice in Wonderland world.
We're down the rabbit hole, baby. We took the fucking red pill on this one.
Today's the day of Sky when it's nighttime. It's like nothing is making goddamn sense.
Nothing's making fucking sense right now. Jesus.
The only thing he did was unfriend her. But not the message he had with her. Okay, I don't know what that matters.
I don't know what any of this means anymore. I'm out. I've been out for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, until recently, January 2022, that I had to delete, and he just laughed about it because I was being petty. I told him that he had to delete it, and he just laughed about it because I was being petty. I've read all the messages, and he clearly was flirting with her before and during the beginning of our relationship. Later, on June or July 2021, we had an argument and we started to clear things up. He later asked if he could take a drive, and he seemed excited as well. So I asked before he took off and if he was going to do anything, and he said no. I waited for about an hour or two, and he still hasn't gotten home. So I check his location. He was 30 minutes away from home, and he was at an apartment. Okay.
Wonder what he was doing.
Why would he do this if he knows that you have his location?
Yeah, it's really dumb.
Like,
actually.
this guy's really bad at cheating.
Really fucking bad.
Imagine, like, your girlfriend cheats on you in the beginning of your relationship, tells you on Christmas Day, and then you're like, I'm going to cheat on her so hard for the rest of this relationship. I'm going to be in this miserable relationship for so long.
Yeah, just as long as possible.
And then she finds out every time.
Every fucking time.
Because you're so bad at it.
You're the worst at it.
Okay, he was there for about an hour. I was upset. I tried to pack up, and he tried to stop me when he got home. He was telling me what happened when he met a girl and that she reminded him of the old me. So he didn't do anything sexual and that he just left. These people are crazy. I told him
this is some wild fucking shit.
This next sentence made me laugh when I was reading it the first time.
All right.
I told him I wanted to go to my hometown. I'm like, why?
What is happening?
He let me, and I was he let me?
You can just go. You can just leave.
You can just do that. And I was there for only one day and got back home. He went through my phone and saw that I had downloaded Badoo. I bluntly told him that I tried to go back to my old phase again, but I just couldn't. After that, we just argue every day, no matter what the situation is. He always brings up what I did back then and that I never change. He said I'm a compulsive liar and a whore, or thinking that I'm going to cheat on him again. I tell him to stop sometimes, but he said, no, that's the softest way to learn from my mistake. Fucking shut up. I'm fucking sorry.
That's yeah.
You both have at this point.
At this point, yeah. There's no... You know what I like about a good story is when there's no good guy.
Yeah, there's just no protagonist. I mean, this is real life. There isn't a protagonist. Yeah. You're both fucking up. You're just bad for each other.
Yeah, you're really bad for each other.
Have just ruined the trust of the relationship so hard that there's no reason that you're still in this relationship. It's like when Troy and Abed are hitting each other with pillows.
Yeah.
Like, for some reason, there's some reason that you guys just want to be together.
Yeah.
Even though it literally doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any fucking sense, man.
I do recognize when I lie, but only when I forget or I didn't hear correctly. Don't know what that means.
I don't know.
But I'm just going to chalk it up to me not understanding.
Okay.
He still gets mad at me because I don't specify my statements or I word it incorrectly. That's fucking shitty. Every time he sees me sad, he always asks what's wrong, but every time I tell him, he just blame everything on me, on how I'm so stupid and how I was back then. I always tell him to leave because he's always telling me how he's suffering from depression because of me and how I stress him out too much. He gets really upset, but what else can I do? I've proven to him that I have changed, but he thinks that I only changed for myself, but not for him. I get scared if I tell him the truth or how I truly feel because I know he's going to get even more depressed and just throw... I think she says just throw at me when we argue. But I think they mean throw the cheating back in her face because she mentions that later.
Assumption, yeah.
Yeah. He even says that he's so depressed and humiliated because of what he saw when I did back then, like sexting and sex videos of me, that it traumatized him. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm sexual, whatever.
Yeah.
He gets more depressed when I don't open up to him or go to him for comfort. He also feels the same way as well because I do throw stuff at him of what he did to me. So that's the metaphor.
Yeah.
But he said is not nearly enough of what I did to him. I think there's no point at this
I don't know what is happening. Yeah.
There's time where he would get physical when he gets super upset. That's bad.
That's pretty bad.
That's pretty bad.
That's pretty not good.
Now, he still argues or gets mad, but he stops because he says that there is no point in arguing. I always stay quiet when he yells at me for something that upsets him or what I did wrong. He gets irritated, but I ask him, what else can I say if I can't keep my words? Which is true because I tell him I would change my way of thinking and do something, but I don't do them. There was one argument that he had, and he kept hinting that he wanted to have a threesome or have sex with someone else because he kept saying that he wanted to spice up the relationship. He wanted to ask to have a threesome before I settled down for a monogamous relationship. And he said, how else is he going to release his stress?
Whoa, what the fuck?
That's really fucked up. Yeah.
Holy shit. God, this is a mess.
He also felt stuck with me when he had no car or job to just leave me. He said that every time somebody asks him about his girlfriend, fiance, he doesn't get excited as he did before. I kept asking him to say, I love you, but he said he doesn't want to tell me that every day because it's not necessary and that I'm just being spoiled.
Jesus Christ.
What a piece of shit.
Yeah,
High
holy
key.
fuck.
I feel like every day he's just here with me because he doesn't have a car and and is just trying to be financially stable. I know I've said things to him that hurt him so much from the beginning that he still can't get over. I know I took away his confidence and his pride away just to be with me. I know he fought hard to keep this relationship going when I kept pushing him away or run away from the problem that I caused. I just want advice of what I can do. I feel like despite me telling him I would change, I just don't. Shit.
Cool. Thanks for being blunt about it, I guess.
He still wouldn't believe me even if I did. Yeah, that's true. Yes. What should I do? I've come to a point of cutting or hurting myself every time I do something that upsets him. Either he doesn't see it or he just ignores it. And that's why I was like, I have to help. We have to help. Please, I need help. And thank you for reading the story and getting this far if you do. No problem. It was really
long. You're
welcome. But wow. So that's a situation, huh? Big feelings in there.
The biggest feelings, I think. Okay.
You gotta break up with that guy.
It's not every day where I feel like if I just said break up, I could feel happy with what I've said and just move on.
I know, we really try not to.
We really try everything we can. We try to use breakup as the last resort. Recently we haven't, because there's been some really, really good edge cases of when maybe you should break up. Maybe it was around paragraph 3 that I started thinking, wow, I hope at some point this ends with a breakup.
Nope. Why are you guys still together?
That makes no sense.
It literally doesn't make any sense. What is going on?
Listen,
maybe it's like a cultural thing, you know?
I don't know. I can't fathom.
I started reading this the first time thinking it was just somebody who just was bad at typing. That has like a lot of bad, like, you know, but then the more I read it, the more I was like, maybe this is like Google translated or something.
Not maybe,
from
but
a different language. And so, you know, maybe that it's like different cultures of like, I mean, when it's okay to break up or something.
I'm going to give you a real good piece of advice. It's good to break up any point that you don't feel good or safe in the relationship.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm sorry that it's gotten this far.
Yeah.
To the point where
you should have broken up. You should have set clear boundaries from the beginning.
You should have set clear boundaries.
You should have broken up as soon as you cheated on him the first time.
Yeah.
What it sounds like you cheated on the worst possible person, the worst person in the world. Yeah. So like, I mean, listen. Don't believe that you deserved anything that he's put you through.
I don't think so either.
He's become overprotective and is isolating you and making you feel like shit and like, and doing the whole shitty boyfriend thing. So, I mean, I don't think you deserve that. And I don't, you don't deserve him going and cheating on you. I don't think cheating is a good way to react to cheating.
No, of course not.
No, I just think like he is fucked up. And I mean, you are a little bit too, in that you just, but I mean, human beings, you both have the power to get out of this situation.
Yeah,
it baffles me that you haven't yet.
Yeah, you need to get out like months ago.
Yes. Why did he propose to you?
That's weird.
Pretty crazy.
That's wild.
I would just cut your losses and get out of there.
sometimes you lose $1 million on an investment. All right, you still have your soul. You know, you gotta leave.
This guy's not worth $1 million.
This guy's not worth any more time or effort on your part.
He might think that you're a bad person or whatever. Who cares?
Yeah, like, whatever.
As long as you are safe.
Yeah, be safe. That's priority number one. Like,
yeah, you need to fucking work. You know, you need to work on your mental health. You need to work on like setting boundaries in relationships.
Yeah, you're gonna need some time alone to really
like process
this and figure out who you are as well as a person, you know,
so you don't get into more relationships that
like
are
this,
just big old messes,
just mess after mess after mess after mess.
You don't deserve the disrespect, even if you do cheat on somebody.
No, yeah, you don't deserve. No, it's really.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't fucking know.
This is so messy that at the point where like I really don't give a shit. Like, what is it like? Even like early stuff on of things have just gotten so shitty that no matter like
it was bad at the beginning and it got worse.
At the beginning and it got worse. Like it's so messy.
Yeah.
That the only good option is get out.
Yeah, you just gotta get out.
You just gotta get out. And like I really don't at this point. I you know, after like
people are gonna judge your actions.
I mean, yeah, people are gonna judge your actions, but like you luckily have the ability to, you know, take control of your actions in your life. So
that's the whole point of being human is every day you can wake up and choose to be a different type of person.
So yeah.
So you can just do that.
Yeah.
It's hard. I mean, it sounds like he's already like broken you down and is just constantly telling you how shitty you are, which is terrible. Yeah. And it is abusive.
It's definitely abusive.
And
you can make mistakes, but you shouldn't be treated like the devil because you make mistakes.
Yeah, exactly.
So leave. Wild. I don't even you know, like
when I was reading that the first time, I had my fucking head in my hands.
I saw you and I was like, this is a good one. This is gonna be a good one. I just had dollar bills in my eyes, baby.
You know,
just wild. So fucking wild.
And also, like, if somebody else has been through something similar, because this is so above my pay grade, dude.
Yeah, this is completely above my pay grade.
I don't fucking know. I don't know what's right or wrong. I just know you got to get out of there.
You just got to get out, yeah.
That's my instincts. But if somebody else has been through this situation, I want you to be able to help this person.
I agree.
But it's not just one of those things where it's like, yeah, I fucked up. I don't care. It's like, no, like you are in a bad spot and you need to get out of there. It's not, no. Like, yeah.
Jeez.
Sorry, I guess.
Sorry. Maybe, possibly, yeah.
Sorry you're in this mess.
Sorry you're in this mess. I can definitely say sorry to at least that.
I can empathize with probably how shitty you feel.
Yes.
Sorry.
And I'm sorry that, yeah. I'm sorry. Solved it. All right.
Fucking solved.
Jesus. I literally looked up Badoo just to make sure it was a real fucking dating app.
Dude, I thought, like, I really am expecting.
I was gonna be like, oh, this is all fake then, right?
Somebody in the comments is gonna be like, this is episode 12 of Euphoria, you know, like something like that. Like this is just
totally
the plot.
Could be. Guys, let us know down below if this was a literal episode.
If we got punked, because wow, what a series of events.
Speaking of a series of events, I have another listener story.
Okay, let's go.
I don't know. How do I segue out of this?
Is it a bad one too?
I don't know.
Okay. Oh yeah, you don't read yours.
I don't fucking read. Oh no, this is a fun one. Thank Christ.
Oh, thank God.
Thank you, next listener.
This is a comedy podcast.
This is a comedy podcast. I can save the show. Okay, so this comes from Anonymous. They, them.
All right, cool.
Am I the asshole for calling my now ex a bitch for cheating on me?
No. I mean, well, I don't know.
Let's see. Let's find out.
It's just totally like the past thing that I said. I don't know. Let's just
throw that last story out the window.
I'm on whoever OP's side is. I'm on their side. Fuck it.
I'm going to say, yeah.
I have no morals.
All right. So me, teenager, and my now ex, also a teenager, were together for around 9 months, and it was on and off, and by the end, I realized it was very toxic. This happened last month in December on the 28th. I remember waking up, texting my ex-partner good morning, and then continuing on with my morning. About 2 minutes after I texted my ex, I got a friend request from their best guy friend. I accept and see that they texted me something about 10 hours ago, so I open what they sent, and I see that they sent me a nude picture of my ex with a text saying, "This is the last one now." I remember my eyes flooding and going crazy, and I know this is really bad, but this is where I feel like I was the asshole. I started screaming and texting them, saying things like, "What's wrong with you? I thought you actually loved me," etc. I see my text and just reply with them calling me a baby, which made me even more mad.
What?
And just kept screaming and yelling. I don't know if I was the asshole for saying all these things. I shouldn't have, but I also felt like it was a normal reaction for getting cheated on.
Well,
but honestly, I don't know. What do you guys think?
it's a child's reaction to getting cheated on.
Yeah,
You're a kid. Yeah, that's how it is.
But it's also wild to me that like they literally sent like...
It's good on that guy for telling you.
Yeah.
High key. I mean, yeah, it's,
That's why. That's, yeah. I mean, I guess not totally the asshole. I mean, I get it.
I think you have to acknowledge that there are better ways to react.
Yeah, I think there's better ways.
And I think that, but also like you're a kid. Like I'm not gonna judge you for reacting the way that you did.
No, yeah, of course.
It's crazy that they called you a baby, but that's also a very childish way to
like,
react
so
to being called out.
This is just a situation of a bunch of children
trying to navigate
a messy breakup.
Yeah.
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 I mean, you're not the asshole because you got cheated on, but like you could have handled it better.
Definitely.
But like also, I don't blame you for handling it better because because emotions can always be strong and fucking.
Especially when you're a teen.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
in the future, probably don't scream at
if you were.
Maybe don't scream at people.
Maybe not, but like
scream expletives,
Yeah. But yeah, not
yeah.
Not
that
the
actually
asshole.
does kind of line up with how I reacted to the previous one. It's just like, I don't know. That's the point of life, is you continue to learn.
Yeah.
When you're agitated by something, when somebody fucks with you, you continue to learn, how can I get out of here in the most dignified manner? And it might not feel good in the moment. You might still have those emotions that you still have to process.
Oh, yeah, no, 100%.
But it's better in the long run. Then you're just lowering yourself to the point of that person,
Yeah.
And it's just not good. Like, you have to think like everybody makes mistakes like that. Literally, I think most people do.
Oh, yeah, at some point, in
some sort of way. Maybe not screaming. I'm sure there are some people out there who've never screamed before in their life,
Never scream.
I never scream. But like, they might say hurtful things.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, yeah, I know I've definitely said hurtful things to other people. Like,
I've definitely screamed,
Yeah, so like, fucking, it's, but you gotta learn and move on,
Yeah.
And like, you're not, you could be an asshole in a moment, but that doesn't make you an asshole,
When somebody hurts you and you treat them with respect, that's you taking the high road and you showing them that you were the wrong person to fuck with.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the way that you get like the ultimate revenge of being the good person.
Yeah. And then they have to live a little bit as the bad person.
Yeah, because, then it's going to be easier for her to be like, well, fuck him because he called me a bitch.
Yeah.
That's a good thing I cheated on him because she's an idiot, probably.
Yeah, exactly. Like any piece of ammo you give to another person can and will be used against you.
Absolutely.
So you're not the asshole, and I get it, but you could have handled it better.
Mm-hmm. Whatever. So everyone fucking could. I feel like if we give more people empathy, in these situations, the more that people are going to learn. Yeah. So, I mean, I understand why you did it.
Yeah.
But there are just better ways.
100% better ways.
Yeah.
Solved it.
Solved. Giving advice to teens getting cheated on. I love that she said, all right, this is the last one.
This is the last one now.
Like, I mean, it's so embarrassing.
God, yeah, it's really...
Like, the guy might as well have said, she sent me 300 nudes last night. Like, whoa, okay.
1 million nudes.
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck?
It sounds like you dodged a bullet.
Yeah, you dodged a bullet. Yeah, fuck that.
But usually it just comes with, okay, I dodged a bullet. Good, I'm done.
Yep, so...
Not going to react in a negative way.
Yeah. And then you dunk on him.
Then you fucking dunk on him. Pro-life tip.
Pro-life tip. As long as you, like, fucking dunk on someone, you win.
Exactly. Okay.
I'm ready.
This is from Anonymous They Them.
Ooh, all right.
Hey guys, I really enjoy your podcast, and I
Oh.
hope you enjoy this disaster.
Oh no.
Am I the asshole? I, non-binary, am trying to cut off my male ex. Every single time I am told that I try, I am told that I am an awful and shitty person. How dare I do that to him? Yeah, you're not the asshole, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
already not the asshole.
Come on, man.
Again, unless you like dox him for some fucking reason. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, after the story, I gotta tell you something I saw in a TikTok comment that made me howl with
All
laughter.
right. Okay. Let's get through this.
The reason we broke up was because he repeatedly broke my boundaries and purposely set off my triggers and constantly fought with me. Sounds like a not good person. Sounds like a pretty bad guy.
I put this person in the F tier of the tier list.
That person, I'm just going to go ahead and say, is not Pog.
Not Pog. No, not at all.
It overall was not a good relationship, so with the help with amazing friends, I cut him off.
Nice. That's good.
He then ignored my request to cease contact and sent a lengthy message of how I am the only person that can help him and I am preventing him from getting better.
No. What a douche.
I let him back in my life and I regret it. I understand. I'm not going to judge you for letting him back in. We're not judging
Well, yeah,
anybody
we're not
today.
judging. No, we're not.
Nobody's judging. I'm not judging
It's
you
above our
about
pay
this.
grade.
Above our pay grade. That's not the podcast. I let him back into my life and I regret it. I don't know why I began to enable this behavior once again. I was pretty miserable, and with my exams coming up, I try to reply as little as possible. Bro, you got exams coming up? You got to deal with this asshole?
Oh, I'm sorry.
That fucking
that sucks
sucks.
a lot.
Throughout the days to his messages, he is pissed, and I am told how I am a horrible person. I am so shitty to everyone around me. I have managed to make everyone in our friend group feel shitty too, etc. I mean, do they say that? Like,
yeah. They're. It seems like your boyfriend is just straight lying.
pretty much. I confronted the friend group, and they said they said I did nothing wrong, but I still feel awful. So am I the asshole?
Not
Thank
the
you.
asshole.
No, I don't think you're the asshole.
I don't think you're the asshole either. Fucking.
You shouldn't have let him back in your life, but I get being manipulated if every time you try to do
100%
that.
manipulated. Yeah,
Yeah.
like literally, like using every emotional tactic in the book
Yeah.
to try and, like, you know.
It's a good thing that your friends said that you're not an asshole, so they
They know.
confirmed
They
that
confirmed that
what he's
he's
saying is
lying.
false.
He's
Yeah.
a lying piece of shit. Like,
So okay, so think about it this way. Think about it like when you break up with him, he tells you how shitty you are. You're a terrible person. How dare you? No. You actually break up with him. You go through with it. He says, "But you're the only person who can help me. Why would you do that to me?" So
Yeah.
then you bring him back.
and then
He
back
says,
to, oh,
I
all your
can't
friends
believe
hate
you
you.
wouldn't text me. All your friends hate you. Fuck you. He's a miserable piece of shit.
Yeah.
For some reason in his head, he thinks that it's beneficial to him to call you these things.
Yeah, and like it's
And I mean,
no, of course it's not beneficial. Like,
people are going to say it's because you let him back in your life. I'm not going to blame you for that. And
because
I'm just
you got
gonna,
manipulated into
yeah, you were a victim of manipulation from this man who
yeah,
is trying to break down your
Break you down. Your psyche, your emotional abilities, just everything.
self-respect.
Yeah.
He's just trying to break your fucking shit down. And no, you get him out of here. Just say like, hey, you're a piece of shit. Don't contact me again.
Don't contact.
And then
yeah.
block him on
Block him
everything.
so that way he can't, even if he
Send
tries to
you-
talk to you, you can't get it.
No.
Yeah. So
And
like,
then he'll be forced to go find another supply somewhere else.
yeah. No, yeah. Fucking dump him.
Yeah.
Get him out.
Fucking sucks.
I'm
This
sorry.
is the episode where we just tell everybody to break up with their significant
We
other.
finally cracked. Jesus. But yeah, no, not the asshole.
No, of course not.
You had a funny TikTok?
Focus on your exams.
Yeah, focus on your exam. Go to school.
Yeah. Okay, so I saw a TikTok fight
Yeah.
today. And the first time I saw this in the wild, there was an argument about something stupid. Oh, I know what it was. There was a guy who was using the Renaissance filter, but the
Yeah.
guy was black. So the fucking Renaissance was all of white people, and the eyes were a black man's eyes. And it was just him like, this filter was made for me. And then the people in the comments were like, who's going to tell him? Somebody said that. And then a different guy goes, you better step the fuck back.
Shit.
And then
Jesus.
these two start arguing, but they do like the TikTok inane arguing thing where nobody's saying anything.
Oh, yeah. My favorite type of
Yeah.
argument.
Like the first guy said something that's like could be taken as like mildly racist.
Yeah.
maybe kind of
A
racist.
little bit, yeah. So like,
Oh, it's like the more that I think about it, more like this TikToker wanted to enjoy this filter.
yeah, like they just wanted to have fun. Yeah.
Like, race wasn't really a thing. But like, so then they keep going back and forth, and then the guy that was like, "You better step the fuck off," types out an IP address and goes, "Turns out I'm gonna bring this to you real soon. We live down the street from each other."
What?
And then the other person goes, "That's not my IP address. I know what it is. You just typed out a fake IP address." And I was like laughing so hard.
Oh my god.
Because I went back to look at the number and it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was like, these kids are just doing this now because they don't know how to find the IP address of somebody else.
They don't know. They don't know how to do it. They're not little hackers. They can't do
That's
it.
so funny to me. Oh my god.
Fucking hell, dude. That's hilarious.
I was just like, they're just going in and like
Actually, your IP address, I got you. We're right across the street.
down the street from you.
I'm gonna lower myself. I'm a little kid. Oh, I got you. I got your IP address. I got it.
The other one's like, I know what my IP address looks like. That doesn't scare me.
I went on Google and looked up my IP address. That's clearly not my IP address. My IP address. Then they dox themselves.
Yeah, they dox themselves. Oh.
Christ. All right, I gotta.
Shit.
God. All right.
Fuck.
So fair warning. This next one's a long one.
Oh, yay.
I don't think there's any major trigger warnings, but just a warning.
Yeah.
This is kind of a long one. So, I mean, it probably isn't that long, but we'll see. So this comes to us from L.
Okay.
She, her.
Okay.
My boyfriend of a year got invited on a trip for the winter break. He asked if I would like to join him, but I said no because I was going to pick up extra shifts during the winter break to make more money for school.
Mood.
He first said he wouldn't go if I wasn't able to come with him, but I insisted as it wouldn't be fair to deprive him of an experience purely because I was unable to make it. That's fair.
It sounds like a issue you and I would have.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So far, pretty relatable.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward to a week later, he's already gotten back from the trip. I had asked him about it, but he just gave me vague answers like, "It was all right," or "It was nothing special." I didn't think much of it, and life continued as normal. Till one day, I got a phone call from a mutual friend who had heard from his friends that he had hooked up with a girl while on the trip.
All right, this is not an issue that me and Josh have.
Yeah, we did. This is no longer relatable.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah. I immediately confronted him about this, and he apologized profusely, saying he was ridiculously drunk and regretted it seconds after it had happened. Being obviously mad at the time, I broke up with him, and that was that. I
Yeah.
ignored all the calls and texts and was just determined to move on with my life. Here's where it gets tricky. I was close to his sister and used to babysit quite often for her. She has a 7-year-old and 10-month-old. About 2 to 3 weeks after our breakup, she reached out to me explaining how she was put in a really difficult position and had to go back from maternity leave early and was wondering what my class work schedule was and if there was any availability to babysit.
Oh, honey.
I said yes, and we agreed that I would begin to babysit for her every Monday night.
Or, I mean, I guess if that's what you want to do, I guess it's fine. Huh.
Though he didn't make this known to him, we weren't trying to hide it either. I'm not exactly sure how he found out that I was still in contact with his sister, but he did and lost it. I guess he went off on her and sent me a long text message about ignoring him but having time for his family, and that he and his family are a package deal. He followed it up with a text message a couple hours later and said that he had feelings for me and would like to meet up and talk to try and sort out this whole situation.
That's not how anything works.
That's not how this works at all. No.
Yeah.
I'm just very conflicted about everything right now. I get the whole trip fiasco was a stupid mistake, but I'm having a hard time letting go of knowing that if it was me in that hotel, that would have never happened regardless of circumstance.
Yeah.
And I'd be lying if I said I didn't understand his point of view of him not wanting me around his family if I'm not with him.
That doesn't make any sense.
But I love his sister and her kids. He would hate to leave her out to dry. What are your thoughts?
I think he's a manipulative piece of shit, dude.
Yeah, because, like, I don't know. That's really, like...
Maybe this is just, like, me when I have wine in me, but, like, this guy fucking sucks, dude.
Yeah, so, like, you can't...
He can't control... Does his sister know that he's trying to... I guess she does.
Yeah, she does, because...
I would be like, fuck off, you cheated. You're the one who fucked up.
Yeah, and you can have... Like, it would be like saying... I mean, because, it's different because it's family, but, like, saying that, like, you can't have any of my friends because we broke up. Like,
yeah,
that's bullshit. No, like fucking.
no, that's dumb.
You should be able to babysit for your ex's sister because you two are still getting along.
What? Yeah.
You know,
No.
Yeah, because like you didn't do
His
anything
sister
wrong.
is an individual.
Yeah.
And so are you. I was going to say, like, you know, it's going to be messy. It is going to be messy. But, like, if it's something that you want to do, it really shouldn't matter to him.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think I would because I'm just think that would be really messy. But, like, also, like, if you need money for school and his sister is just going to pay you, it's a business transaction.
Yeah, at that point, yeah.
That's a fucking business.
Yeah, keep it professional, you know?
Like, high key. It's like, who gives a shit?
Yeah, like fucking,
Like,
yeah.
fuck that.
Just keep.
He's the only one that gives a shit.
Yeah, so.
Who cares about him? He cheated on you.
Yeah,
I don't know.
and
It's
his
just like,
opinion has become invalid because.
and I don't know. You've already decided that it's crossed a boundary that he cheated on you, so don't excuse that. Also,
No, yeah, definitely don't excuse that. And you already say that even if you were in that circumstance, you wouldn't because you know.
I think most people would. I just think this man can't keep it in his fucking pants. That's why he didn't want. He was sad that you didn't want to go on the trip with him. He was like, "Well, who am I gonna fuck now?
Am I gonna have sex with
Some fucking girl,
some
apparently."
random fucking girl?
No, fuck that shit. Talk to his sister about it and be like, why is your brother being a little asshole? And then if she comes back and is like, that's my brother, then you don't want to be around his sister anyway. He's defending a cheater.
Yeah, literally, like.
Weird.
Yeah, it's just weird. So
Me and my family are a package deal.
my family's a package deal.
What a little baby.
What a little fucking baby.
What a dummy.
Dumbass.
Little
Fucking.
dummy.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
Okay.
do what you want to do.
And he's trying to like use this as a way to get back in your life. It's insidious.
Hey, actually, since you're with my sister, you should be with me.
Yeah, now that you want to babysit my sister's kids, we
actually,
have to contractually. We're contractually obligated to have sex.
Actually, because you're with my nieces. Actually, I want to hang out with my nieces at the same time. That's the only time I have free to actually hang out with them. So let me put it in it.
Let me have sex with you, please.
Let me have sex with you, please. What a dick.
But he's a piece of shit.
Yeah. As long as the sister's cool, you know.
Yeah, the sister's cool with it. If she's not cool with it, then now you know.
Then
He
yeah,
did you a
so-
favor. You're not going to go babysit some asshole's kids.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
solved it.
Solved it. Cheating again. This is like the fourth
so
cheating
much
thing.
fucking cheating, guys.
You guys have really, the people that like fucking comment, like send in the cheating stories, really have convinced me that men cannot keep it in their pants. Like, what's the point of cheating? Like, what's the point? I don't know.
Go get that sweet puss, bro. Gotta get that sweet. You know, instead of paying
Yeah.
$20 for a fleshlight, I'm gonna spend $50 pumping drinks into a girl.
Exactly. Like, what the pumping drinks?
Pumping drinks.
Josh, that's terrifying what you just said. Holy shit. You
Daniel
ladies,
talks a bit.
you should. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What was? Okay, holy shit. I was going to warn everyone else. I was like, be glad that Josh is not single.
Be glad that I'm off the market.
He's not a fucking predator on the street.
Did I ever buy you drinks when we were dating?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. So
Well, I think you bought me coffee. I don't think you bought me alcohol,
yeah.
like a drug. I think that's the whole point of.
I want to make sure you're awake. I want you to be alert. Anything could go wrong.
I'm confused.
Keep an eye on the exits. There could be a terrorist attack.
Holy shit.
God.
Oh, man. Okay.
I'm sorry. I don't know. I just
I
think,
think from the beginning you were like, "Oh, let's go out for coffee," but it was like 11 p.m. because I was trying to bone down, and you were just like, "Why would we get coffee? It's 11 p.m.
It's 11
And I
p.m.
was like, "We could get decaf," and you were like, "Oh yeah, you're right."
Oh yeah, true. I wrote back true with 15 U's.
Yeah.
All right, stories.
Okay. Yeah. Let's get back to our
God,
job.
Jesus, we have a fucking job to do.
Okay. This is anonymous she they.
Okay.
The title is harsher than it is. This is a teenager, by the way.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for not wanting to be the therapist friend?
All right. All right. Let's go.
It's reasonable. I get it.
I get it. Yeah.
I've always loved helping people, whether it's giving advice or a helping hand. But after a while, it gets tiring to the point where I just want to say, shut up and fuck off.
I get it already. I get it. Don't worry. You're not the asshole. I don't know how far down this rabbit hole we're about to go, but I think I'm pretty confident that no matter what you say, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I get it. I get it.
It's posts like these that make me understand why people become high school English teachers, because I would love just reading like this over and over again. Are you kidding me? This is so funny.
God,
I get it. I get it. It's relatable.
I get it.
Yeah. My friends are queer and mentally ill. Though we joke about it and stuff, sometimes sometimes serious shit happens and they need to talk, which is fine, and I'm happy to listen, but sadly most live with their bigoted family and bigoted family that don't take their child's mental health as seriously as a parent should.
Yeah, okay, I get it.
Yeah, especially when said child comes crying to me every night telling me horrible, horrible shit.
That's kind of a mean way to put it, but I mean, I get it. Yeah,
I mean, you're probably at the end of your rope. I understand.
I get it, yeah.
Thankfully, it's not like they hit them or anything, but they're definitely being silenced in their own homes. Still abuse.
Yeah, it's still abuse. Yeah.
For sure. I'm glad you know that. It doesn't help that they're 18-ish. Me too, but not important. And being seen as young adults instead of what they really are. Scared children, not wanting any of the bullshit that's been given to them.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah. My house is also the safe place because my parents are supportive, even though they don't quite understand the gender part of LGBTQ+. They're just trying. They're trying, but it's confusing for them.
I mean, at least they're, trying. Yeah.
That's
so,
true.
Yeah.
So, in other words, all my emotional and mental energy is draining fast, and I'm starting to feel numb to their pain. Doesn't help that they don't always take my advice when it comes to any of the big stuff. They could be bleeding out asking for help, and I'll say call 911. They'll probably say, but I don't want to bother them. What the fuck?
I get it. I get it.
Yeah, I completely feel that. I've made it clear that I'm not a therapist, and some things need to be said to only professionals because they can handle it better than me. But they don't take the hint and bomb me with news that either makes me scream or I feel nothing because it's daily with them. I'm not asking them to stop telling me things. I just want them to recognize that I'm also just a kid. A kid not wanting the bullshit that's been given to me, and I don't need more bullshit. I'm just overwhelmed. If you can give me advice on how to approach this conversation that needs to happen for my sanity, please, anything. That's if I'm not the asshole. You're not the asshole.
No, you're not the asshole. No.
P.S. They would see actual help, but because of COVID, it's either canceled or delayed, so more fun for me. And then parentheses, joking, that pissed me off. Okay.
I get it. Yeah, you're not the asshole, and I get it. Because I mean, everyone has their own ability to like listen and help,
Yes.
And it does suck, and there's a lot of factors at play here. You're right about COVID, and like they do try to seek help, but because everyone's booked up.
Yeah, like it's really hard right now.
There's only 5 therapists wherever, yeah. It is frustrating. I get it. I definitely know personally, being the quote therapist friend it's a lot. It is a lot. It's a lot. And it doesn't matter if you're a teenager or 22,
literally same. I feel the same way.
Like it's still, cause you have to deal, cause I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know what's really like, if I have some sort of mental illness. Sometimes I think I might, it's either I'm autistic or depressed or both or none, or I'm a wacky guy. But like, it's one thing to figure out your own like mental shit and then have to carry other people's like
mental shit as well.
Yeah.
Especially if their mental shit is similar to your mental shit.
Similar to yours, or even like more,
Yeah.
And like more hazardous. And like you are very lucky that you have the cool family and that you're,
Yeah.
But like it can still be a lot,
Yeah, absolutely.
And I remember, and I don't remember much about my high school experience, but I do think that I was a lot of that therapist friend for at least a few people, where I feel like I just kind of heard a bunch of shit, and I was also like an asshole because I was a teenager. But like
mood, yeah, same.
But like there's a lot of things that I had to listen to. There was one guy that weirdly followed me on Instagram recently, and I followed back because I mean they're a cool person. But like I do remember this one time we we were just walking back and forth between like 10 like for like 20 minutes
Yeah.
between two different buildings at our school, and he was just going on about
everything.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, this is a shitty thing. It was 1 year out the other. Like, no, because like, I mean, there's only so much. Like after 5 minutes of like,
Yeah.
and the only thing you can really do is agree or ask like those leading questions, like a therapist would. Yeah, like.
Well, a therapist will actually actively listen. That's the thing.
That's the thing. Yeah,
that's the difference. Is a therapist is being paid to sit there and actively listen to your issues. Everybody else is dealing with their own shit. You know, even a therapist is dealing with their own shit.
But a therapist is equipped much more.
They have the skills to sit there and actively listen. It is a skill.
Yeah.
To sit there and try to like recognize whether somebody needs advice or if they need validation.
Yeah.
I was totally that friend too. And I didn't realize even until recently that nobody even knew what I was going through.
Mm.
Because I was listening to other people's stuff and trying to help them.
Right. Yeah. And like, yeah, I feel that a lot. And I really, I don't like thinking about high school, but like,
yeah,
I do wonder, because I definitely was vocal about some of my stuff, but I wonder how, I really do feel like I was just like there to help other people at some point.
Yeah.
And then I just tried to do my own thing, but like to varying degrees of success, you know?
I think it's the first episode of Community. It's like we all have our own things and we can look at somebody else and see the value in somebody else and recognize that when they're in trouble that they need help, but we're incapable of seeing that in ourselves.
Yeah.
And that's why we come together as a community to help each other. So what it sounds like is you're also going through some things. Well, the way that I like to explain this behavior is your cup is not full. Your cup is empty.
Yeah.
So when people come to you with their empty cups, you don't have anything to give. And that's very frustrating because your cup is empty. And what you really need is for somebody else to fill you up from their full cup.
Yeah.
And the only way that you can get from an empty cup to a full cup is from either fixing, your own not fixing, but like processing your own emotions.
Processing your own, taking time to actually think about it and trying to,
which you can do by yourself or with other people or with a therapist.
Yeah.
And that's what your friends need to do. You need to tell them, I'm getting overwhelmed by the amount of things that you're telling me. I don't want you to stop telling people. You shouldn't like bottle it up or anything.
No, yeah, of course not. Yeah.
But we need to find you a different way to deal with these things, because if I'm dealing with this all the time, then I'm going to also be traumatized. And that's a valid thing. And your friend should be able to say, oh, you know what? I don't want to harm my friend. So let's work together to figure out a different way that we can go about this.
Yeah. So like,
what sucks is being a teenager.
Yeah, and having to do all this.
And doing this with emotionally charged things.
Yeah.
That's why it never works out at this age.
No, yeah, of course not. No, like, it's because it's never meant to work out. Like, it's.
You have crazy arguments, ridiculous scenarios.
With wacky, it's just not.
Like, doesn't make any over stupid shit. And then, later on in life, you look back on it and you realize, man, we were just two broken people trying to not be broken. And like find help anywhere that we could find it. So, I mean, I feel your pain, man, but you just got to be like, I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This is overwhelming me.
Yeah. And if you communicate to them, and if they're good people, they'll recognize that. So
don't do the, pro tip, don't do the shit where it's like, I'm at my emotional capacity right now. That shit is dumb because it doesn't help the other person find what they need.
No, yeah, you just have to say, hey, listen,
what can we do that's not this, that is something else that can help you?
Yeah, so...
Like, I was actually just researching this today for a friend, but I have a friend that knows that they need to go to therapy, but is scared of going to therapy. And I was researching an article about it, and fucking... therapists, when they have a client that is suicidal, will sit with the person if they aren't like actively suicidal because then they'll send you to the fucking
the
the
hospital
grippy socks hospital. They'll sit with somebody and they'll make a plan with them to say like, okay, when you get these feelings, what can you do? Can you talk to somebody? Is there somebody in your life that maybe you're not going to tell these emotions to, like, you know, explicitly what you're feeling and what you're thinking, but can you just go out and have fun with them? Is there a person that maybe isn't somebody that you trust completely with your emotions, but you still have fun with them when you hang out? Maybe go hang out with them. And I thought that was so interesting because it's a moment where a therapist is literally just not saying, just say your stuff, you know,
right.
Just be open about your feelings.
Yeah.
It's just one of those moments where it's like when you're dealing with real tough shit, maybe you should just try to feel better in a way that isn't destructive, like drugs or alcohol.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, a therapist recognizes that most people probably aren't equipped themselves to deal with such a lot of these difficult concepts and things, you know?
Yeah. So are there other ways, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe you can give them like a hotline that they can go and talk to other people that will have fucking, you know, like other people that will have better skills to deal with this with.
Exactly. Yeah.
There are definitely other ways, man. But I totally understand what you're saying, because what you're saying is what this entire podcast is.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're basically asking how do we deal with this every week?
How do we deal with this every week?
Honestly,
do we?
Do we deal with it?
I mean, I think we make a lot of jokes about it. I mean, to be fair, I will forget a lot of these stories. I think it's not like 1 year in 1 year we're at the other, but I keep the story temporarily in my head. Normal. Yeah, I keep it and we talk about it. I edit it, make sure that whatever we said isn't the worst advice we could have given.
Yeah,
because you know it's easy to say something right now in the moment. It's another thing to watch over and be like, is this good advice, or is this going to cause more harm than good? Yeah, you know, and like, I mean, for the most part, I think not to suck my own dick here, but we fucking nail it.
We're pretty fucking good. But yeah, obviously,
it is a lot. It is a lot to, you know, do a lot of these.
There were some stories where like people will reach out to us and be like, yeah, that's not the situation at all. What you would.
Yeah,
I was like, oh well,
never mind. Yeah, like whoopsies.
You know, and that's why we always say like take our shit with a grain of salt. We don't know everything.
Yeah, we don't know everything.
This is more like your your older siblings or your like aunts and uncles are gonna sit here and give you like life advice.
Grandma and grandpa.
You tell your grandmother.
And your Irish drunken fucking grandpa.
Fuck. Okay.
Giving it how it is.
Telling you how it is.
Shit that those libs don't want you to know.
There's just shit that not everybody knows.
No, yeah. So like, yeah, not everyone's gonna know everything too. So like, I mean,
you know, it's like I think what you have to think about is how important it is that you know that what's happening to your friends is wrong.
Yeah.
So you are probably the only person that is telling your friends that what's happening is wrong.
Yeah.
And that's why they keep coming to you.
Yeah, because they need that
bluntness.
You're the one person that they can trust and they can come to, you know?
Yeah. Like I have a friend who will say stuff similar to the like, but I don't want to bother them. He's an adult, but he still has that feeling of like, oh yeah, I mean, it doesn't bother me, and I will say things like, why doesn't it bother you? Why not? What makes it not bother you? Why? Is it because you can't? Sometimes you do just have to say like the really hard shit.
Yeah. And that's
if you have a good bond with somebody, don't just say it to anybody, but like,
yeah, don't just go and don't say to someone, what the fuck are you thinking?
Yeah. Like you fucking dumbass. Like, but I will have to say like, I think it should bother you.
It should. Yeah.
I think any normal person, it would bother them. So why are you telling yourself that you're not allowed to be bothered by this?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have to like ask those questions for them to think, oh shit, like it'll unravel.
It'll, you know.
Josh, you've done this to me. Like one time I think I was having a breakdown and I like fucking, I will always remember this. We went to IHOP and I was crying and I didn't go into work. And you said like, so it sounds like you're doing this to yourself, or like something similar to that about like, you know. And I was like, yeah. And I thought about it and I was like, wait, yes.
Guys,
yeah, and you don't remember this at all.
I don't remember
know.
the story. I'm only vaguely remembering being in that IHOP, but I think that's a different time that we were at that same IHOP. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think we
crying.
went to that IHOP a lot.
Yeah, because it was right next to the airport.
But yeah, I was like so upset. I was like so deeply in a depression spiral, and you just yanked me on out of it by saying like, why do you need to think this way? And I was like, shit, you're fucking right. And it was just, you know.
Because I'm a genius even when I don't remember things I've done.
Oh, I remember what it was about. I was upset because I needed like a mental health day off of work. But I was making myself feel guilty so hard that I was weeping on and off because I was taking a day off of work. Like I felt irresponsible and I was beating myself up for it. And you were like, why are you beating yourself up? You need this day.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
And then I rode on my skateboard.
Yeah, you played the guitar.
Yeah. Did a sweet lick. But no. So like, yeah, you just gotta, sometimes those questions have to be asked if you have a good bond with someone.
Yeah. And this whole podcast is just us validating people.
Yep.
Like people will come in and say, my abusive boyfriend is abusive. Should I break up with them? And we say, yes, because you don't deserve to be abused. Because literally people don't hear that.
Yeah, they don't hear that. People. It sucks.
It sucks that they need the fact that people need to write into this podcast to be told.
Well, it's either they write into this podcast or they go to Reddit.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why this podcast exists, because I don't want you guys, my sweet little babies, to go off to Reddit and have a fucking man tell you like, well, maybe some women do deserve to be whatever. Fuck that.
Fuck that shit.
You deserve more than that.
You deserve way more than that.
You deserve like a level-headed answer that isn't get divorced, go to the gym, get Facebook, you know? Like, fuck.
God.
Get a lawyer.
Get a lawyer up.
Delete Facebook.
God. So yeah, no, that's our advice.
Yeah, that's our advice.
That's our meta advice.
Yeah, it's pretty meta.
Pretty meta, this one.
Oh,
like an episode of Community.
Finish my thought? It's important that you are the safe space for these people.
It is important that, but you're also going to need to...
You need to take care of your mental health, too.
As well, yeah. I guess that's the recurring theme as well of this one, is that you got to take care of yourself before you take care of others.
You honestly do.
Yeah.
And in the coming years, once everybody's out of their shitty scenarios with their shitty family, they're going to come back to you and they're going to say, you know what? Thank you so much. I don't know what I would have done if I didn't have, like... a safe space at your house.
Yeah, so...
Or if you didn't help me through this scenario.
Yeah.
And that's going to be really important later.
Exactly.
So you're doing a good job.
You're doing a good thing.
You just got to, like, maintain it better.
You just got to maintain it better and fucking make sure that you can do it effectively to where it's not too much for you.
Yeah, be on the up and up with other people.
Exactly.
And if they respect you, then they'll fucking help. They'll work with you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So nice. Solved it. Making miniature versions of this podcast, but in real life for other people.
Also, that's actually what trauma dumping is. Just telling somebody your trauma is not trauma dumping. Everybody.
It is. Just 100%.
Letting you know.
It's 100% fucking. Every time Sarah talks to me about her trauma, I'm like, come on, this trauma.
Sometimes I genuinely, because of the way that trauma dumping has been manipulated, sometimes I genuinely feel like when I talk about my trauma, I think, am I trauma dumping?
No,
No,
you're just talking about your trauma.
Yeah. It's okay. We've been in a relationship for fucking 3.5 years. I think you can listen to me.
Wow. All right, guys.
To your limits. I'm not going to push Josh over his limits.
This is when Sarah's just like, I'm going to force my...
So funny to me.
All right, we got to get through this last one because we got to do a fucking Wordle Patreon exclusive.
We do. We have to
that'll
play
be our
Wordle.
That'll be our new Patreon exclusive every week is when we do a Wordle together.
And it's like just one Wordle a week.
Yeah, that's all you guys get. Fuck you.
Wouldn't that be wild if we did a Wordle? We did a video every time we did a Wordle.
We could, theoretically.
No, that's too much work.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Fuck that.
All right, so last story.
Yeah.
I just want to preface the story real quick. They start off their story with hi, but with 4 eyes.
Hi.
They're fucking hitting on.
You think this person's hitting on the podcast, or they're just doing the, like,
isn't 4 Or is that Y is on hey?
Yeah, it's Y is on hey.
Never mind. Okay.
I think hi could also be if you're like, the ooh girl.
Kinda.
But like, I think this is just like the Bo Burnham, like, hi.
Okay, fair enough.
All
right, so this last story comes from anonymous, he, him.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Hi, here's my story. I am 20 years old, male, and my boyfriend is 21, also male.
Okay.
We have been dating for about 3 months, and up until recently, everything was fine. This is the first time I have actually been in a healthy relationship, so at times it's hard to deal with my insecurities.
Mood.
This is my boyfriend's first relationship ever, which isn't a big deal at all. We get along fine and he treats me well. Around a month ago, he started to go through serious family issues, so I've been with him through it all to support him.
Oh.
One day, he decides to ask me if this could be in an open relationship.
Oh.
I immediately walked away crying.
Yes.
I like him a lot, but the thought of him wanting to have sex with other people really hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
He saw how upset I was and threw the whole idea in the trash. We spent the whole day talking, and he came to the conclusion that he was just been going through a lot and overthought everything. He said he would be okay with a polyamorous relationship, but he is also okay with a monogamous one too.
What?
He said that sex is purely transactional to him, and that also was a hit to the gut because he was a virgin when I met him, and I am the only person he has had sex with. It's just frustrating because as someone who has dealt with abuse through sex, it's not just transactional to me, and it's weird he has had this opinion for so long when he was a virgin. But I understood, and we've been fine since. But now, since then, my jealousy issues have been through the roof.
Yeah.
I get jealous over every single thing, but I don't let him know. Is it okay for me to feel kind of betrayed about asking me for an open relationship?
Yes.
And if yes, how should I bring it up to him? We already talked it out, but I'm still really hurt by it.
You just bring it up again.
He's gonna bring it up, yeah.
Yeah. You're allowed to feel things.
Yeah, you're allowed to feel things.
Jesus Christ. Even if they're not like totally rational, you know?
Yeah,
you can still feel the thing.
Yeah, you can still feel the things. It is a little to be jealous over every single thing might be a little.
It's pretty irrational. It's irrational,
but like you're allowed to feel it because yeah, you've been hurt through sex before, and to hear that your boyfriend has this opinion on sex it's hurtful.
You're like, if you just think of it without what society is supposed to tell you how you're supposed to react in any sort of relationship, fucking your body is thinking, remember that trauma? It's gonna happen again. And
happen again right now, every day.
Your mind is going, fuck that. Don't want that. Fuck that. I don't want that. And that's just what's happening. It's not a good thing or a bad thing. It doesn't make you a bad person to feel these things. It's okay to feel these things. What would make you a bad person is if you like started controlling him.
Yeah.
If
you started like micromanaging and like,
yeah, that
would be a bit much because then you're taking over his life.
Yeah. I was going to say like, it's a little confused. I was also confused to be like, how does he know that sex is just transactional to him if he's only ever had sex with one person? But now that I think about it, no, because like everybody knows everything about sex now. If he knows from somebody else's point of view that sex is not just like it's not just like boop, time to have boop. Sex.
It's a firm handshake.
Like that people actually like have sex because they just love each other so much.
Yeah.
Like the way, mommy and daddy tell you about it. Like actually like people do have that, and he's realized, oh wait, maybe I'm not like that. Then that's just a conversation to have where you're like, maybe we're not compatible. Maybe we are compatible in that he can be in a monogamous relationship and I want a monogamous relationship, but maybe we're not compatible in that he doesn't see sex in the same way that I do. And that's important to me.
Yeah.
That my partner values sex in the same way that I do. I think that's okay.
Yeah,
I think
that's okay. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not woke enough. Hashtag Joe Rogan podcast. Turning this into the Joe Rogan podcast. Maybe the woke libs.
Maybe the woke is actually okay. Hold on, wait. We're doing Joe Rogan.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, maybe.
Maybe the libs.
Maybe liberals.
I'm
are
not
actually
even gonna
wrong.
pretend to have worse sound.
But no, yeah, like unironically, like
you just might not be compatible.
Yeah, which I mean that sucks, but
yeah.
I mean, yeah, if you want to find someone that's more compatible with how you feel, even though this is your first, it might seem like this is your first and only like stable relationship, but there
are other people
there
out
will
there.
be other people that are actually good for you. So,
And also, like, maybe recognize this might be the insecurity that you're the first person he's ever had sex with. Because I mean, I used to feel this a lot. I've stopped feeling this insecurity over time. But fucking, if he's the first person you've ever had sex with, that one day he's just gonna wake up and decide to want to have sex with somebody else, because he hasn't tried to have sex with other people. That's like that. Honest to God, is some people will not get into a relationship with a virgin because of that insecurity, because they can't deal with that. That's something that is like actually a thing, and it's hard to get over, but it's also like it's literally not rational. If you're in a relationship with somebody and that's what they want, the relationship was never going to work out anyway. There's no reason for you to worry about it, you know?
yeah.
It's gonna be a bad time if that happens, but like it's also a meteor could show up tomorrow. You can't control that.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
Yeah, you just gotta talk with them, and if they're the right person for you, it's gonna work out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know who this virgin is that you speak of, because as we all know, I smashed hella puss.
It's true. Yeah. Josh smashed so much puss that it reset the counter back to 0.
I was just smashing puss left and right, baby.
When he got to 9,999 on the scoreboard of puss.
Yeah, like a
It went
speedometer.
back
It just reverted to 0.
Yeah.
And that's how I was able to sell my old car a lot easier. I don't know. We solved it. Solved it, Sarah. Give me a fucking high five.
Hell yeah. But yeah, we have that exact same beginning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, yeah.
All that means is that your boyfriend's a fucking nerd for being a virgin.
Yeah, that's how you solve this problem. Just go up to him and be like, fucking nerd. You fucking nerd virgin. Yeah, that's how you solve this fucking...
That's how you solved it.
I mean, I don't know. He might have a different... It's a little sus that he asked for an open relationship and then a polyamorous relationship.
I mean, yeah.
That usually
I guess, yeah.
Pretty sus, but it's also like, it could just be like he just doesn't know what he wants.
Shit, dude, yeah.
But it's also bad.
I mean, yeah, that's still bad, but like, I mean, how far are you willing to work with him to figure out what he wants, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, no. Yeah.
Sometimes I really do think it's so silly when people are like, can I do this? I feel like I'm a fucking financial aid person. Hey, so can I take this like $200?
Gotta get the charts going, like
to put it over here for my classes, and then I'm like, yes, you can do that. You know, but I feel like it's for, can I break up with my boyfriend because I just don't like him? Yes, yes, you can.
If you want to, yeah, sure.
Can I feel bad about the situation that makes me feel bad? Yes, yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
You can do literally anything you want.
I don't know. Maybe it's America.
All right, I'm cutting this off here.
Well, because like freedom of speech.
Yeah.
It's like, you're not free from consequences. Who fucking cares? Who's putting the consequences? Who?
Me.
Why would you care about who's, I don't mean to go all nihilism on you guys, but like, why? What are the consequences? Jail? That's when you care. Death? That's when you care. If it's not that, don't freak out about it. It's okay. God damn. Who are these goddamn Puritans telling the fucking teens of America that they can't feel bad about stuff?
I don't know.
It's weird.
It's a little weird. Sus.
It's sus. It's really
and that's our show. That's our show. We ended on sus. We gotta
go do the Wordle,
it's
guys.
1:20. We gotta go do the fucking Wordle.
We gotta go do the goddamn
for Patreon.
Wordle.
So go to our Patreon if you want to watch us do the Wordle.
Yeah.
But Sarah, what do you want to plug before we do our Patreon?
Follow me on Twitter. I just in the break between the beginning of the podcast and the end of the podcast, I retweet a lot of funny tweets. So you want to follow me on Twitter at SQUINTON271. That is SQUINTON271.
Nice. I'm Joshua Chinland on Twitter, a guy nicknamed JC on Twitch.
Get him.
Joshua Chinland on YouTube.
Indeed.
Guy Joshua Chinlin on TikTok. No, it's a guy named JC on TikTok now.
Oh shit!
So, yeah,
fucking got him.
And a podcast will save this on Facebook and Instagram. APWSTR on TikTok, Twitter, Patreon, Buy Me a Coffee, and merch link is in the bio.
Yes.
And we're gonna have a Discord
subscribe to
soon.
us on YouTube.
And subscribe to us on YouTube.
Please.
Listen, during this podcast, we had like 100 followers added on TikTok, and
none
no
of you
subs.
motherfuckers sub to us.
Fucking lose my shit. That's our show, everybody.
That's our show, guys.
Peace out.
Peace.
Bye. Love you.
Bye. Love you.
We're gonna do the first word to our Wordle.
Josh always
No,
does
we're
the
not
word
gonna do it.
trains.
No, I don't. Sean.
Me too.
I don't.
Is this just gonna be a video of us staring at our phones?
Yes, it is. Well, we gotta do commentary.
On the Wordle?
Yes, on the fucking Wordle. Yeah.
Okay.
It's alright. You gotta do what I fucking do when I go on the Twitch stream.
On the Twitch stream.
When I go on the Twitch stream and play my Fall Guys. You gotta talk it out. You gotta fucking talk it out.
Talk it out.
You gotta talk it out. All right, listen. We just did 3 hours of fucking talking. I think we can do 5 more minutes.